right, y'all. If you're tuned in right now, you're watching history. Okay, this is the first Top Corner Talk watch along that we've ever done. All right, City game starting in about T-10, give or take 10 minutes on that. Playing against Seattle at Lumen Field. Exciting game coming up. It'll be me, Oscar. Jeremy. I'm not sure if Mo will pop in at all. We hope so, of course. But Jeremy, just real quick, what do you think about this game going into it?
I'll tell you what, it's an intriguing one. We've got two teams that are banged up, but it's a series or an opponent we've really struggled against. Looking at our history against Seattle, we've only got one win. It came earlier this year at.
I think Jeremy, I think you might be having some technical difficulties. I cannot hear you right now.
Oh, that out. Hang on.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this right now while he's sorting that out. Like the way that that City played the last two games was impressive, and I think they keep that up tonight. I hope they keep that up tonight. Of course, Seattle missing some key pieces, but you gotta hope they can pull one out. Oh, okay. I guess they can hear you, but I can't. That's odd. Sorry. Go ahead, Jeremy. If I interrupted you. Now you're muted on the thing. I don't know what's going on. Jeremy, there's people saying they can't hear you now. Can you hear me, Jeremy? I just read your lips. You said you can hear me. I can't hear you. I'm not sure why.
Hear me now.
There we go. All right.
All right. So all right. Now, Kayla, Amy, the folks that are here, can you hear me? Let's just go off and we'll have to kind of do like a cut on this because man,
it's all right. It happens. We're human, right? It happens.
But
hey, okay.
All right, good. Bingo. All right. So as I was saying, it's a matchup that we've not had a lot of success with historically. We up until the last match earlier this season at Energizer Park, we had not won against Seattle. So we finally got a win against the Sounders. Now let's see if we can score in Seattle. We've been blanked both times we've gone to Lumen Field, 3-0 and 2-0 in those two games respectively. So it's going to be an interesting test, an interesting lineup for City tonight. Seattle banged up as well, missing Paul Arriola, Jesus Ferreira, Jordan Morris. So some key pieces of their attack out. So could be an interesting one for us tonight here as we head to the Pacific Northwest, Charlie.
Yeah. I'm just getting the stream up. Hopefully. What the heck? My Apple TV
right.
logins being odd.
So yeah, no, I mean, I will say this: as far as the players that Seattle does have, they still have Albert Rusnak, Paul Rothrock, Pedro de la Vega, and Daniel Musovski. Some of their leading contributors this year. Musovski's got 3 goals. Rusnak has 5 goal contributions. So despite missing probably their biggest names in the attack, or at least some of them, there's still going to be enough power in that deep Seattle squad to test the City defense tonight. But it's a squad that looks relatively similar to what I think we've seen in the past. Charlie, I don't know if you want to dive into the starting lineup yet, or if you're still getting the stream up, but I can certainly run through that starting 11 if you like.
Give me a second. I mean, the way that this team's been playing, you can only hope that they continue the trending upwards play against the last 2 good teams in LAFC and before that in Vancouver. I am finally in this. We'll see if I get the code here. But yeah, I mean, the starting lineup, you can go ahead and drive into that if you want. I'll just be doing this real quick.
Yeah, sure. So starting 11 for City tonight. I think it's one that we got pretty close to predicting in our consensus.
All but 11. One. We were one Celio Pompeu away.
Yep, Celio did not get the start. He is on the bench. So you're starting 11 tonight in goal. Of course, it's Ben Lunt. Might be his last game in net for the city with Roman Berkey on the mend. You're likely back. So from there, and they've changed the formatting of their of their lineups from the way they announced them. But Konrad Vollum, Tomas Ostrak, João Klaus, Josh Yarrow, Marcel Hartl, Akil Watts, Kyle Hebert, Timo Baumgartel, Cedric Toyshirt, and Giannis Horn are your starting 11. On paper, probably a 5-4-1 defensively, maybe a 3-4-2-1 or something along those lines in the attack with Toyshirt and Hartl lining up underneath Klaus when we are transitioning into an attack. But again, it looks like a 5-man back line, and presuming that we're going to see Akil Watts.
Gotta hope.
Yeah, well, Akil Watts is starting, but I'm wondering from a positioning perspective if we've got Yarrow, Baumgartel, and Yarrow. So those should be the back three. So Yarrow, Baumgartel, and Yarrow. Well, no, I've said Yarrow twice now. So trying to think who's in the back three. Hebert?
Horn?
Yeah. Horn? Oh, Horn. Is Horn starting? Did I say Horn? Yeah, you're right. Horn. He's last. See, I hate the way they do this. It screws with my head. So Horn, Baumgartel, Jarl, your back three. I suspect Vollum and Hebert are going to be your wing backs. Your midfield, Akil Watts, and Tomas Ostrak, definitely your two center midfielders, your two sixes there. Any surprise, Charlie, in terms of the starting 11?
Yeah, I mean, I was a little surprised with not having Celio in there. I was maybe expecting a guy like Silva, and then like honestly, like we were talking about earlier, not even the starting 11 on the bench. All the people that were said to be participating in full practice: Tomas Toland, Jay Reed. They said that who else was participating fully in practice recently? None of those guys.
Yep.
Everyone but Edward Leuven in those lists were not listed in the starting 11 or in the bench, which is a little surprising to me. Say they're going to roll with the things that have been working until it doesn't. I'm fine with that strategy, but you got to hope if you start off slow, you got to adapt to it and try to change something up. We got Oscar here. Oscar, how you doing?
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Going.
Oh, that is not good.
No good? Right. I'm not good?
No. I messed up something on this. I was changing the color of it, and I've changed the shape of it on accident.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it should be an exciting game. Let's go quick predictions. What do y'all think is going to happen this game? I'll start off real quick. I'm going 2-1 City victory. I think a 75th minute sub and a goal scorer in about the 80th minute is going to be Celio Pompeu. And I think the other goal will be scored by someone obscure like Timo Baumgartel or something. Maybe a defender in there to get a goal on the board. I think they'll let up one. I'm going to go City wins 2-1. What do y'all think?
Well, I'm going with 1-1. I've said it, I think, since Top Corner Talk on Monday night. I just think there's a little bit of a chance that we still concede. We haven't been quite as tight defensively, but I think we're gonna. The subs are going to be an interesting one tonight, Charlie. Our bench is not exactly a strong one. In some cases, the midfield is thin. Starting a Watts leaves you really only Zelensky at right back in case Hebert is injured or anything like that. So little bit afraid of that. Also don't trust Hebert as much in the attack, but I think we're going to get a 1-1 draw out of this one and finally score in Seattle for the first time and get another point. Oscar, what are you thinking?
I mean, what I'm thinking or what I want.
Well, let's do both. We got time for both. You might as well throw them out there.
Okay, what I want, I think it will be a 2. I'll say a 2-0. I think if we can get ahead, I think we can actually close the door on the back. I think we will learn from the last game and know how to shut that door and not concede a goal and knowing that Seattle doesn't have their full on it. So let's say like if we go ahead and we can get an advantage, then find another goal, then we'll be the 2-0. What I think is gonna happen is completely opposite. That will be a 2-1 losing. I think it still is very complicated game in Seattle. Their stadium, their turf, big field. We always struggle in those type of scenarios, and I mean Seattle is Seattle against us, so I'm thinking they'll go ahead, they'll find the 2-0, and then we'll just try to pull back, and then we find one goal.
Okay.
Gotta hope.
How would you feel if you got that 2-1 loss, Oscar? How would you feel after this game?
I mean, it will add to the chaos. I think it's not gonna go like a life or death scenario. It just adds a little bit more to the complicated situation that City is having. Depending on how they play would also influence of what we'll be talking on Monday. If they perform well and let's just say Seattle just performs better, then cool. But if it's another game of sitting back, no possession, bad on passing, bad on transitions, then that just adds a lot more to the issues that we have in the past. So,
and real quick, let me just say, before the game has started, it's 9:30. The game hasn't started yet. There's 42 people in here. This is crazy. Thank you guys. This is awesome. This is what our first watch party, and we're here with this kind of stuff. It's amazing the support that you guys have given us. So thank you again. We're just three, Joe Schmoes messing around on a Saturday night with Mo. Just I don't even know where Mo is. Mo's just on a couple side quests he had a busy day, I heard, but he's always doing something. But we're just a group of guys that just have a passion for the game of soccer, the passion for being a fan and organizing or the journalistic world and the passion of media. And I think that's a huge thing that we're able to share. So I just want to say again, thank you to everyone in here. It's awesome to have every single one of you. The Apple TV stream has started. We get a great look at Seattle, the skyline, the seaside look. Fans walking into Lumen Field, the home of the Seattle Seahawks, as well as, of course, the Seattle Sounders.
Is it surprising to anybody?
Just quick question: do you guys hear my TV?
Yes, a
little bit. Oscar, we didn't get a chance to ask.
Do you guys hear my TV?
Just a little bit.
Yes, a little bit.
But Oscar, we didn't get a chance to ask you any surprises on the starting 11 for City. No Pompeu going with Ostrak instead. Any thoughts there from you, Oscar?
I did want it to have Ostrak in, but I think I don't know. I like it. I mean, getting Celio out is obviously a downfall on their attacking side and what he can bring, but at the same time, the way I see it, we'll see if it's actually what it's going to be. Is that Hartel is gonna be more free on the front, so not forcing him to develop that much on the defensive side and just waiting for the ball to carry up and create some offensive plays. So that's good if Ostrak performance is good and he can actually connect the passes in the transition game, and that will be key. If not, then we will see the same thing that happens in the LA game when Ostrak will come out and Sally will come in halftime.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, so what we're looking at right now, formation-wise for Seattle, they're coming out in a 4-3-1 or a 4-2-3-1 officially. City SC, it'll be usually they haven't shown it yet, but my guess would be a 5-4-1 that they'll start off in, and then once an attack happens, they'll probably go back to that, or on attacking side, they'll probably go back to that wing back strategy of 3 in the back, and then a 5 midfield, more of a 3-5-1 strategy if they transition well. But on paper, it looks like it will also be a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, that's what Apple TV is going. Go ahead.
3-4-2-1. Apple TV says.
Yeah, and that's not surprising. I think the challenge with City in the next few weeks, as everybody's starting to get healthier, is really going to end up being how do you find room for the guys? I mean, you go out and get Silva at the end of the transfer window, Celio, who's been done very well offensively as of late, now on the bench as a sub. You need to get your guys Toyshirt and Hartle, keep them healthy, keep them in. It's going to be interesting, and with the schedule ramping up, the Open Cup, the next competition after this game tonight. It'll be interesting to see how Olaf.
By the way, any fans watching right now, all three of us will be at the City Cup or be at the Open Cup game, correct?
Yep.
I'll be going. Believe it or not, y'all, this is my first City game as a fan. I'll be going to the City 2 game tomorrow with my family. We'll head over to Cybergs to watch Game 7, the Blues and Winnipeg Jets series in the National Hockey League. And on Wednesday night, the U.S. Open Cup will kick off. I'm excited for that. Union Omaha, the first opponent in the round of 32 for St. Louis City. Players walking out in their beautiful white and red kits, basically the inverse of this, where the stripes are red, everything else is white. Seattle walking out.
Yeah, they're wearing their new away kit, it looks like.
I like it. I'm a huge fan of it, actually.
I'm a little surprised. I thought we might end up going with the Forever Red kit tonight, and they'd wear their typical home, the kind of green, white, blue look, which for the record, I hate that kit. I hate that color combination. I just don't love it. It's terrible. It hurts my eyes.
Which one you don't like?
Their home jersey that's got the light blue stripes. I can't stand that kit.
I love that. I love that.
Do you really? I cannot stand that.
I like their colors. Their colors are sharp. They remind me of...
It's just classic. It's a very classic.
If there's any diehard hockey fans, they remind me of the Hartford Whalers. Okay, famously played in a mall and then got relocated. Gordie Howe played with them when he was about 70 years old. But that's the kind of color scheme they go with. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. It reminds me of the Hartford Whalers playing like NHL 13, seeing their jerseys while playing with the Carolina Hurricanes. That's what I like about it, though.
See, I liked the Sounders when they were wearing the black and light and that bright green on black and had Xbox as their sponsor. That was a clean look. That was a clean look for me. Their new away kit that they're wearing tonight, I also love that. That was of the new kits for the season. That's in my top 3. I loved that kit, so I'm happy that they're wearing that tonight. But it's
and if you
by the way,
what?
Go ahead.
If you noticed my jersey rankings before the season, I put all the purple jerseys at the top because I think the Galaxy Purple is one of the best colors, and especially I think it's underused in sports. So I like the Galaxy Purple look, and I really like the Charlotte jersey. That's probably one of my favorite jerseys in the league right now.
Yeah, I'm with you. I love the Charlotte home kit, that black kit with that like laminated. Or I don't know what the word is, but that pattern for the crown. Yeah, that's a nice look. As long as nobody likes that ugly stuff that they wear in Kansas, we're okay.
No, I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of drinking blue Gatorade and then throwing it up. That's kind of the color that they rock with. I'm not a huge fan of that.
Gray on this is showing us that thing.
Right. It's like I spoke it into existence. I should get banished for that.
Oh, come on. Yeah, it kind of looks like you ran a Blues jersey through the washer with 10 pairs of white socks, and it came out really bad. That's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah. But we're nearing kickoff, boys. This is going to be exciting. I'm excited to be on a watch along with you guys. This is a little bit of history for the show here. I'm excited for it.
First of many, hopefully.
Yeah, it's different. Always fun to watch soccer with friends. That's the big thing for me. Other than Pompeu, any other surprises jump out at anybody about the starting 11?
I thought Baldwin would be out longer with a concussion. Usually the concussion stuff like that is multiple weeks, but I guess he didn't actually have a concussion. It was just the protocol.
They explained it was a hit in the eye and his vision got affected a little bit on the game, so he couldn't continue, but it wasn't related with any type of concussion.
I see he didn't. But yeah, I see that. I understand.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the Blues like that. I love the Blues jerseys. Blues jerseys are one of my favorite jerseys in all of sports. I'm saying if you threw the Blues jersey into a washing machine with bleach and 10 pairs of old socks that have been, walked in a muddy field with, you'd get a Sporting Kansas City jersey. That's what I'm saying. It's a dead tone of blue that looks unhappy. It's like the type of blue they paint hospital walls with. Like, I don't know. It's just not. It gives me the vibe again of like someone who drank a bunch of blue Gatorade and then like ended up getting sick later, and that's the color that came out.
And real quick too, before we get to kick off, just a shout. We've got a couple other podcast groups in here
Heck
too.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
South End in the house, the Lunatic Sports podcast in the house. Much love to you guys. It just shows, the support.
Yeah.
It's not just, fellow fans in here. It's other podcasters, other content creators. So much love to you guys. Obviously, when you're not watching us tonight or Monday night during Top Corner Talk, I'm sure they've got their respective pages, South End supporters and Lunatics. So check them out too. But much love and appreciation for you guys coming in as well.
I would say if anybody like doesn't have to be podcast but related, but if anybody on the comments want to pops up on the halftime, they want to turn on their camera, we can definitely arrange that and just have them jump in for the comments, and don't be shy, don't be afraid.
Yeah, for sure. Some more engagement between us and the viewers. I love that. I mean, one of the things I really liked about the idea when Mo came to me talking about it, I had no idea who Oscar was. I was like, okay, we're going to do a podcast with Mo and this guy named Oscar. I'm like, okay.
He's a crazy guy.
And the first one was really weird. I was nervous. I was wearing this weird, like, I don't even remember what I was wearing, but like, I was really nervous for like no reason. And now it's just literally, I'm not in front of like, I mean, sure, it may say 75 next to a little eye emoji right there in the top left for me, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm just talking to you guys, and there's people talking to me in the chat too. I think that's one of the big things. We're not editing this and posting it 2 days later. We're filming this, and you guys are getting real conversations. Here we go.
All right, underway.
Oh, I guess I'm a little bit behind you guys because it has not started yet for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there we go. Underway.
Press the forward button.
Where's the forward button?
I'll restart it real quick.
Oh, you're fine. It'll be interesting. Looks like we're pressing early too, boys. We haven't seen a lot of that high press. It looks like maybe we'll. I'm actually excited to see Olaf maybe trying to get on the front foot on the road.
Yeah, I would like that. I would like that a lot. One thing I also would say, Lumen Field has a nice high camera angle meant for football, and I think it suits the support of soccer really well. I like seeing the high, wide camera angle.
That's an interesting conversation too. You don't hear that a lot about the different venues and the camera angles they have.
Baumgartel caught for a foul.
But no, I do. I do like the angle that they're shooting from here.
100%. So Vargas with a embellishment for the ages.
Oh Lord! Any worse than what we saw in that Jets Blues game the other night? There were some.
No, it's not. Because I mean, they didn't call it when Cole Perfetti got whacked in the shin. He acted like he got shot. So no, I mean, it is what it is. Playoff hockey, you don't really call embellishment, but in soccer, that is a common occurrence. Well, the player will maybe act it up a little bit.
Well, luckily, the delivery there into the box was a bad one from that.
Toyshirt went ahead and just lost his footing there.
Yeah, but the delivery was
playing on skates. So far, there's like three of our guys slipped.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know we were using those. Like, were you playing in ballet shoes today? What's going on?
They're playing with the hockey shoes.
Yeah, the hockey skates. Let's go. That would mess up
another fall. Volume just fell down.
What's happening?
They're just
Is this turf? This is
it
turf.
Is turf.
Correct?
It's a turf field.
This should be easier to sit to like it won't be slippery and muddy. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they picked like the smaller cleat
yeah,
size,
dude, they will be messed up if they did.
But I mean, they warm up in then, so
yeah,
you should know what you should be.
You played on turf many times at this point, and Akil Watts gets called for an over the back foul, basically.
Yeah,
Vargas again.
Vargas. So, they took that quick.
Oh, they did take that very quick. Vargas outside the box, pass in. Hebert, good play, and Watts loses it. And they're doing a good job of pushing them to the outside and then making them like falter. your pressure. He's like Yarrow came in with a great play there to just be the second man in to make sure he couldn't squeak past Hebert since he had a bad angle on him.
Yeah.
It's a good play by Josh there. I'm happy to see him in the lineup again after, some of the mishaps he had last game. Maybe get his confidence back up,
Yeah. There's a lot of conversation about Josh Yarrow and Kyle Hebert. I think I was reading it was something from Chat City Tactics where they had mentioned like Hebert and Yarrow aren't your typical starting center backs in the MLS. They're, should be your fourth and fifth choice guys. What are your guys' thoughts on Yarrow and Hebert?
For Yarrow,
back post. Go ahead.
For Yarrow, he missed it by a mile. For Yarrow, it seems like he is I don't know, as many times as we can see him falter, there's something he's doing in training because he wouldn't get starts if he's not playing well to the coach's standard. There's other players. They could have started Nilsson. They could have started Zelensky. They could have started a lot of players today. But they said we're going to start Josh Yarrow. And I think that is something where I can say I think Olaf Milberg knows soccer better than I, so I would yield to him in that situation because there's definitely something going on where he likes, and it's consistent. It wasn't just Olaf. You saw Hackworth play Yarrow a good amount towards the end of last season. Of course, there was a bunch of injuries involved, but I think the way that he can kind of keep that back line together is good. And I think Hebert has actually been one of the best. He's been one of the most integral parts of that back line.
Yeah. Now that was an interesting little play there. That quick throw in from City.
Oh,
you haven't seen that a lot this season.
Klaus
I really like that play.
Yeah. And Klaus on the outside, which you rarely see also.
Klaus, but it's nice to
smack out in the middle.
Go ahead. Just nice to see that aggression and that energy. Like they do seem energetic tonight.
That's a good no call there from the ref too.
Yeah.
Just a step ahead right there. It's just unfortunate. Ostrak took the no foul. Smart.
Good defending by Hebert.
Yeah. As soon as I give him his flowers, he goes and plays more. And look, he's still pressuring them. They're pressing up high. They're not letting them get into the zone unless Josh Yarrow lets them pass right there.
Big Ben Lou.
Yeah. Again, that's the only thing that can come with a high press is that you get through and you leave about 2 feet of space for someone to pass it in.
Well,
that's where it's become a little iffy.
Was that Ostrak? That's on Ostrak. Ostrak pushed up and left his man. That just opened the space.
Fair. It's fair. Yeah.
Ooh,
good play by Lund. Ostrak maybe with a little faltering.
That's lucky. That was almost a nutmeg goal.
Yeah, it was close. But no, was that Musovski who made that run in? It looked like.
Yes.
11. Yeah.
Here's the corner.
Good start for Seattle.
To the left over the bar.
They do look dangerous going forward.
They're going fast. They're pressuring. They're open in the field. They know that field is huge.
I like it. Let's go win this game. That's the best mentality.
But I like that they're open too because we just got to their box also with not too much effort. So
again, that counterattack needs to be good.
The problem is when we get pressed on the back, we cannot get out of there.
Yeah.
Our position cannot solve that.
This is different also. You usually see Lund play it quick and then just have back passes for about 15 minutes and then you lose the ball and they get another chance. No, he says, everyone go down. I'm going to play it in and they gain possession.
Well, I mean, Klaus's header, he flicks it on and it looked like it was either Hartle or Toyshirt was able to get on the end of it. So, but I mean, that's key. Because the problem is if you lose that, you're right back on the back foot, and now you're far up the field. So that, I mean, I like it, but at the same time, it's the most. Can you do that consistently? And
I think so far in the 2 times they've done it, they've gained possession. That first time going to the box, they had it, and now here's Toyshirt making a run to the inside. Pass deflected. Hebert. Cross in. Klaus well over his head. Back out right to Vollum. Couldn't handle it. I mean, I like the way they're playing so pressureful. Vollum took a tumble. Not sure if he was unabated there.
No, but those little miscontrols kill you, though. Yeah. I mean, because that's an opportunity where Vollum had time. If he would have just controlled that, he had a little bit of space to work with and could have kept that.
To be fair, he's almost fully outstretched.
Was facing forward. Ostrak was facing forward. He could have just settled the ball in the way and lack of
There's
communication
also
of it.
Volum's fully outstretched with his right leg. It's tough for him to keep that ball because, truth be told, it was a deflection that made it out to the outside of the box from the header. Hartzell needs to go left there, the Giannis. Go left to Giannis. There we go. Here's Giannis Horn on the left
I'm
side.
toy shirt.
Yeah, he had Toy Shirt open for a second. Toy Shirt put his hand up. He just didn't go to him. Now you've got No, that's Hartel.
But he's waiting. He waits, and they're just like, welcome. There we go. You had to get that
here we
little
go.
bit of space. Oh, there it is.
Have it.
Oh.
Toy Shirt with a good shot. Volum stays with it. Cross in.
All right.
Saved by
Positive.
Fry. I mean, the pressure is amazing. We haven't seen this much pressure in the first 10 minutes of a City game since, like, the Colorado game. That was the first match of the season.
That's all positive from City, and it's patience in the final third. You haven't seen that a lot.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it a lot. But again, knock on wood. Let's continue.
Team that this is the freedom that Hartel has.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Hartel is not playing D. He's playing wide on the left, or he's playing deep with the forward. So like he's not putting any effort in going back. See, he's just jogging back.
Mm-hmm. And look at that Toy Shirt. No, it's not Toy Shirt. Pardon you. Giannis Horn makes a good dispossession from a Seattle player. Ooh,
wide.
Volum with a nice move.
Yeah, and then a poor pass.
And then a horrible pass. You know, a $1 million move, $1 million in debt pass.
Look at this press. Look at the press.
You're making them stumble. You're saying, I'm going to pressure you to make it a good play, and if you don't, then I'm going to take the ball from you, and I'm going to score.
Yeah, I really like this aggression. I'm not going to lie. On the road, this might be the first time I can remember us being this aggressive away from home.
Yeah,
I mean this year.
I like because they're having the three back, but then Hebert and Horde are also drifting up. It's not really a 5-4-1. Defensively, they'll drop into a 5-4-1 with the wingbacks playing more offensive and forcing people to the outside and towards the flag almost. But then, in transition, they're just playing a 3-back with Baumgartel, Yarrow, and oh geez, who else is that 3-back?
It's Horn.
Horn.
I see it more like they're forming a 4 when we lose the ball because Wallem is not getting that deep.
Here we go.
That's a good transition.
Again, Horn. Here we go. Like you're letting your
crosses. That's 3 crosses now. We haven't found a player, but at least it's getting dangerous.
And you're forcing you're again letting your wingbacks have more freedom and letting Marcel Hartel have more freedom. In turn, that's going to help your transition game because instead of just playing a 5-back where you're going up as a unit, you're having an offset attack. You're having an offset attack where Horn and Hebert are going up first, and then they can pass it out as they see fit.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Horn, another cross from Giannis.
As much as I love the pressure. I just would like us to find another alternative method to attacking other than the crosses into the box.
Yeah,
something that we could do.
That's we could see it right here with Timo Baumgartel header in.
There's a comment in the chat, Matt Kent, and I'm butchering that last name. I apologize if I am, Matt, where he mentions no one's carrying the ball forward. Are we going to get that back when Leuven comes back? Is that the role Leuven could play? He was the most progressive carries of any City player last year. We know he isn't going to probably feature much tonight. Olaf said midweek, probably 15 minutes at the most if he comes on. But I don't know, just a thought. And Ryan's right.
I mean, still, if you look at when we get FOTMob up, I'm surprised my stat head, my numbers brain hasn't gotten FOTMob and SofaScore up yet.
Yeah.
Gosh, but I mean, the possession has been for City. It has not been mostly in the back end. It's been attacking.
No, we've been pretty good so far, and it's where we've had the ball.
Jeremy, I didn't know you signed for St. Louis City SC.
I did. Oh.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. That's the being part of a fan and a journalist. You always want to say we, and then as a journalist, if you say we, you're like, whoa, was I signed?
That's fair. That's a good.
I'm just messing with you, man. That's
the
same thing Dave.
I'll take
same thing Dave Solomon did to me when I first season I got press pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, very even on possession right now. So
yeah.
Yep.
Update on other fields. LAFC scored a goal in the 10-minute. Houston.
Houston has had a shaky season.
Oh, the Revolution got another win today. Philly gets a win under Carnell with the Indy
Yeah, dude,
Vasilev's
Carnell has
story.
been doing so good. It makes me think, like, why couldn't he do good here? Was it the system?
Well, you know, that's
Players?
an interesting. I mean, I know we're talking about this game tonight, but Charlie, that is interesting because Lutz Pfannenstiel was on KMOX earlier in the week, and he kind of talked about the Carnell days a little bit, saying that there just wasn't a plan B, and we didn't have any other alternatives. And
good job, Wallen.
Yeah, great play by Vollum, and then Watts couldn't get a hold of it. He sticks with it though. Good hustle by Akil.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's really what it was. I mean, again, there's been rumors and things about that, and I think Aaron, that's a great call out. Is the quality of players we had here worse than what he's got with Philly now? Probably.
Yeah, I mean, if you think like per season, yes, we were successful in the first 10, 12 games because it was a surprise. Like what Lutz said, it was a surprise for everybody. Nobody knew how to play us.
Mm-hmm.
Then when they figure it out, they give us the ball, and there was no plan B, no plan C. But then you look at the second season, and there was nothing good. Like nothing good came in to reinforce the team. So, and we lost a couple players that we thought are like, oh, they're okay, but we lost Nelson. That everybody was giving so much crap to Nelson, and then he goes in the next year and wins the championship with LA Galaxy, and then we had Stroud that started scoring goals in DC last year. We got Gioacchini that he went and whatever, and so those type of situations we didn't reinforce ourselves, and then we just left. Carnell's like, well, not just try to figure out the men we have. There was no plan A, plan B, plan C because it was just one style and only. And then when he got fired, we bring the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have liked to see Carnell with the three guys that we brought up. I think that would have been a lot different.
You also had, you think about Carnell press, like that's his style of playing, and Philly does it now. You think about how banged up the back line was for City during the time where he was on the hot seat. Like a high press like that is hard to stay consistent with if your back line is banged up. Great play by Baumgartel to hit it off of Giannis Horn, to not send it out for a corner and have a attacking opportunity.
I think he was going for the corner. He just hit Baumgartel on accident.
Right time, right place, right time, but I'm not going to fault him for it.
Well, yeah, Seattle getting a little bit more comfortable on the ball now. We've kind of, but I mean that's the point though. You can't press.
We love the high pressure, but
can't do it for 90 minutes.
Can't do it all the
time.
Interesting looking around. Go ahead. Yeah, that's true. Looking around the league, we play. Our next league game is as there's an injury in the match for Seattle, so it's kicked out, and he looks like he's in some pain. 77 for Seattle.
That is 77. You said that's is it 7? Is it rolled on?
No, it's not rolled on. Or was it 11? It looked like 7-7, but it might have been 11.
Rusnak.
It's Albert Rusnak.
Rusnak is down after a collision with Akil Watts. Maybe got spiked.
Yeah.
Let's look at this replay.
He stepped on him.
Oh, yeah, spiked in the foot.
But I don't think that's anything intentional. I don't think that's one of those situations that they'll review for a stomp.
And he's all right. But you can tell they're on turf because you can see the pellets that are everywhere. They get in your shoes and they get on your face too, apparently.
But looks like the next team, our next league match is against San Diego. They're up 3-0 on Dallas right now in the 71st minute. Coming right after Dallas beat Inter Miami last weekend. I think it was.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Well, it just shows the parity.
But also they were playing Inter Miami with all the stops, though.
I'll just say something right here. That possession, Akil Watts gets it. You have a man to your right, back down, you're the right side, right corner almost. You could have played it up and had an offensive possession, but you go backwards. Like, I don't know if I just love that play.
Akil always plays back. That's
kind of, I don't know.
What you get from Akil.
Yeah, fair.
It's they're choosing what might be the responsible, maintained possession approach. I think there, rather than give it away and defend again.
Even though they're not a possession team.
Yeah, that's a nice ball in, but great
recovery
by. It's a great recovery by Horn, though.
Oh, it's Horn, dude. They look the same, honestly. Like from afar, I cannot tell because they have the same haircut, 36 and 38. They look very similar.
I know.
It was a great recovery.
There's Horn,
You know,
yeah.
I was talking with Kyle from No Goal Patrol a little bit this
Yeah.
morning because I was watching for some reason of all the games on TV, I chose to watch Southampton and Leicester City this morning, and Southampton plays back to their keepers so much. There were in an instance of 5 minutes, there were 2 times they got down to the 18 and then they passed it all the way back to midfield. I made the comment, I'm like, man, are we Southampton or is Southampton like us? Because one of the two, we just play so similarly in that way, and it's frustrating.
Yeah. Some updates from other sports real quick. I don't know if you guys care about hockey. The Colorado Avalanche have been eliminated in the first round during their Game 7 matchup.
Kroenke sucks. Kroenke sucks.
Kroenke sucks. Mikko Rantanen, the person they traded mid-season, scores 3 in the third period from 2-0 losing to 3-2 winning. They had empty net goal in the last minute, and they take home the series. Kroenke is out. The other team Kroenke owns did win today. The Nuggets did move on, I believe, against the Clippers.
There was another one, Kroenke, that they lost.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Did Colorado lose? Hey, they did. Kojima scored. Did he get the winner? He did. Our boy Jose, Agent Kojima, makes Kroenke's soccer team unhappy too.
Let's go.
I will take it.
Maybe he'll go to sleep in his $1 billion bed a little sadder.
He was a player of the match.
Hey,
was he?
You love to see it. Jose is one of those guys. He's so nice. I really hoped that they kept him because he was great to talk to. He was a spark. Because I remember the first game he played, he was against Houston in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, and in the 92nd minute he scores the dagger, and they win that home game. Of course, they went back to Houston and lost on an aggregate, but still an electric performance in that his first game.
I'm with you, Ryan.
Jose, he came to our it's our fundraising kind of like type of scenario with Santos. We did Derby de Mente. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. We just played for fun in one of the parks in the city, and he came to watch us play and spend the afternoon with us. It was so much fun with him, and we shared some conversations and all that. So it was good. It was good. It was obviously something sad to see him go. I thought he didn't have a space when we started this season, but looking right now, it would have had definitely a spot.
Yeah. The thing that I loved about Jose was just I'm a nerdy tactics guy, so he had a lot of information he put out on social media about different tactics and the way coaches implement them, and I just found that so fascinating.
He's a student of the game. You can tell he breathes, lives, and dies like soccer, and he just loves the sport. Oof. Good play by Yarrow to pressure that's not Rusnak. Pardon me. That's Musovski. Did he say that?
Yes, I think it's either that or Musov. I don't know how to pronounce it. I was saying Musovski earlier. I might have that wrong.
Musovski, yeah.
What a take by Ryan Fraley here. Indeed.
You know, there's a lot of people.
I mean, he has a lot of years to go, but
30 years. He'll be a USL League One. If the MLS shuts down in 10 years. No, I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, he is a student of the game. I love those kind of players where they love to acquire the knowledge of the game so much. Ostrak trying to switch fields, goes to Yarrow.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad look for Volum, just didn't get enough to get it over the defender.
Yeah. A little saucer pass would have got him perfect.
Is this a case where you guys think we need to do, like, I don't want to say press more in transition instead of, handling this kind of, take the slow possession route? Because I know it worked last week to get the goal, one of the goals when we lulled LAFC kind of into that sense of security and they pushed up. But it doesn't look like Seattle's that interested in aggressively pressing early, at least. After they did their center, their
they
midfield
did the first 5 minutes, but I think they stayed back a little bit now.
Yeah, and I want City to play like they played the first 5 minutes right now. Get back
I
to your
have
step.
a question. Like, do you guys see how we're set up right now?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Watts is not really participating on the defensive side,
No.
and he's really far away from Ostrak.
He's looking like a
He's
striker.
he's like a right midfielder. Like we're playing like a
Yeah.
4-4,
Yeah.
kind of
It's
like a
confusing because
4-4-2.
literally, this situation,
So,
you have you're playing a 2-man backfield with wingbacks.
so then why you have Watts and you didn't put Sunday?
Yeah, that's a perfect time where you get Zonde Silva to come in, or even Celio Pompeu to play on the right side. You flip Vollum in a foul committed against Giannis Horn. I hope he's okay. Seems to be in
I'm
some
just
pain.
confused because what did you like? He's not participating on the game, and the only play that he came back, he just came back to pass the ball back.
Also,
go ahead.
let me just real quick.
Yeah.
Top corner talk milestone. First time reaching the triple digits. 100 viewers.
We have 100 people online right now.
That's what it says on StreamYard.
Woo!
We'll take it.
Thank you guys.
And I haven't got crazy yet.
Yeah, no hot takes. At least
No.
not yet. What I'm seeing they're doing, it's almost like and I'm not gonna go too far into it, but watching Manchester United
Thanks,
in the Europa League the other day, they went up a man against Athletic Club Bilbao, and they were playing more of like a 3-6-1 or 3-1-6. That's almost like what we're doing here. We're pushing.
You saw Watts make a run right there.
Yeah, what I don't understand about that though is if you want you're leaving Ostrak on an island alone, like you were saying, Oscar. So what's he gonna do there? If he's gonna get pressed from the back, he's not gonna do anything.
Well, I mean, I'm not concerned. Like at the moment, we haven't suffered in the middle, but like if just saying, like if you have the tools, why you're using Watts instead of Sunday?
Yeah.
To attack, like that ball that we just sent to Watts, Sunday might be faster, or Celio might be faster. He might be getting into that ball, be more aggressive to win and create something.
Yep, we're a little stretched here, but nice job by Yaro again.
Yeah.
And I just wonder how
gets back. Like,
what's his pace? He's got the pace.
Question, to your question, like yes, he might not be a top 5, top 10 center back of MLS, but he is a worker. He runs, he covers, he never gives us the ball. Yes, he makes mistakes. He's still young, unexperienced because this is his 3rd year playing the highest level in a country.
Great ball.
Come on. Oh, that's a PK.
Hey, Pete,
that's a PK.
That's got to be spot. Point to the spot. Got to be. Yeah. It was a great ball.
It tripped him.
Was that Vollum that played that ball into?
I think so.
Like Hartle. That was it was a really nice transition. Seattle can play all they want, but I don't know how that's not a spot kick.
No VR. Don't go to VR on this. Just trust it. Gut decision.
They're gonna they'll check it.
There's a trip though. There's a trip.
So I mean, Vollum does a great job to just hold it
up.
Oh,
great ball.
Then lay off that ball in. Is that Toy Shirt?
Yeah.
Who is?
Yeah, that's a PK.
And he's clipped. Yeah, he's clipped. You could see it. He's held down.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
He got the foot. City's first spot kick of the season, boys. I think. I don't think we've had one yet in a game.
Who takes it?
Hartle.
Hartel.
Yeah. Again, it's close.
Well, I mean,
like
Klaus used to take him before Hartel was in, but
yeah, I think it'll be Hartle.
Celio,
he's adamant. Yamar is adamant. He's like he's saying he dove. They're arguing about it, and Olaf's like, "What?" I don't know. They might go to VAR on this.
I think they will.
But I mean, it was a
they're reviewing it right now, but it has to be clear and obvious to actually send them to the monitor. So
it was a really nice ball from Vollum. The way he was going so direct, and he held up long enough to open the channel to get the ball into Toyshirt in a dangerous area.
Yeah.
It was just a really, really nice, direct, fast-paced play. Deliberate thoughts in mind and very clear on what they wanted to do. I love it.
It's annoying when you just see those crosses where the cross is filled with hopes and prayers. Like, it's a deliberate play from Conrad Vollum and a great result. And they're still looking at it, I believe, and they're going to give to Hartel from the spot.
Yeah. So, Aaron, do you think it was a dive? Looks like you're saying it was. You think it was a dive there on Toyshirt and not a penalty?
You never know if it's both.
I I mean, there might be embellishment, right? We can call embellishment, but I'm just curious. Well, here we go.
I mean, it's not a huge penalty. It's not like, oh my god, almost fractured the guy, but is the same tackle that Jado did last game.
Yeah.
Yep,
Here we
so-
go.
Is a little touch of clip on the bottom. Nothing
Fry's
big.
head is massive. Oh my goodness.
Hartle versus Fry. Who comes out on top, boys?
Oh, and a yellow to
I got
a
a yellow.
Seattle player.
Oh, it's going to be Descent. A yellow for Descent easily.
He keep tripping and tripping.
Yeah.
Roldan gets a yellow.
Was it Roldan? I thought it was the guy.
Looked like
who made the
Yamar.
foul.
Is
Looked
it
like it was
Yamar? I'm
Yamar.
tripping then. Sorry.
Oh, who cares? All right, let's see what Hartle can do against Fry.
Go!
Yeah!
Let's go!
Come on!
STL. 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 There's our goal. All right. St. Louis content creator stuff is out the window at this point, but that's okay.
Yeah, I had Celia.
So, I mean, I picked the 1-1.
on fire. Your
Your
defense is terrified.
City's
City's
on
on
fire.
Your
Your
defense
defense
is
is
terrified.
terrified.
City's on fire.
Your
Na, na, na,
na
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 na,
na.
na.
Let's go.
Vamos!
I'll take it. All right, 1-0 up. Let's get another.
Hey, if I was correct, 2-0, we shot the door.
That's right.
Hey, yeah, we got to hope.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Don't concede. Don't
You're
concede
good.
on the next 2
No,
minutes.
no. They say the most important minutes are like the first 5, the first 5, the last 5, and like the 5 after, right after you score. There's a good pick, good interception. Look how Hartle just looks so good when he's in this advanced role. Hit Klaus. Behind him. Aye, so close. But that starts with Hartle being in an advanced role. Like that unlocks Oscar. You've said it so much, and a whole nother level to his game.
Oh,
Guess what scarf this is?
Santos. Hey.
You know, the first City gear I bought was at the kickoff event in 2024.
Yep.
Oscar, and it was a beanie, and it was a STL Santos beanie. That was the first thing I ever bought for City. First memorabilia.
that one is actually they're I think they're almost sold out and existent on the to be able to purchase.
Dang.
Those beanies
I
are
had
like
a rare artifact.
hard
then.
to find. Yeah.
Oh,
No chance. Which one is that?
Uh-oh.
Which Santos
Throwback.
stuff is that, Charlie?
Throwback.
Oh, stretched.
I mean,
We're stretched.
Colin.
That's bad. That's bad.
oh.
All right.
Play by Baumgartel. Good play.
They got a pen. Damn.
Damn.
Baumgartel, they're saying, gave away the spot kick.
I mean, that's a cross check. If you're a hockey fan, that is you cannot do this to a guy behind him. Come on.
Great. I mean, well, it all starts with too many people being forward. Again, Yarrow tries to play the ball, leaves a man open, and now we're just trying to rush to get back. It seemed like we were in a good spot there, but
It's this one.
So that's 2 weeks in a row. I know Baumgartel's not happy, but the whole reason that happens, Oscar, last week, he went too deep and Boanga made us pay. He fell so deep there getting behind Hebert and then pulls back out and makes that play there.
Let's save it, though. Big Ben. He's 6'7". Save it. Let's go.
I think Heber is the one who overcommits on this one, and then Baumgartel has to go over again to try to close. But the thing is, like, he's overthinking. I let the guy take a shot last week. I'm not gonna let that happen again. He overcommits, makes a foul with Ostrak and whoever was closing as well in there.
Rusnak to take it.
All right,
All three
Rusnak
of his
takes it
last
to
have
the
been
left
bottom
all the
left.
time. Somebody yell, Lund, to your right.
Here we go.
Oh, right in the middle.
All right down the middle.
He
1-0.
had the scouting report right, but Roldan or Rusnak made a little bit of change. You cannot take a penalty like that right after you get awarded one. That's just a dumb play, and it's back to basically 0-0 now. 1-1 tie game.
Yeah, City just shooting themselves in the foot there, and it's a shame because we were so positive.
Yeah.
It's almost as if we were offensively trying to just go for that kill shot right after, trying to get that quick 2-0, and we just got stretched. It's just us getting so stretched defensively. Man, that's frustrating. Yeah. That's two weekends in a row now where it feels like we're unnecessarily putting ourselves in those kinds of positions.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least this time it's not in the 95th minute. You have more time to go score another one and not let another one in.
But you just give him life again, like say, hey, we can go score. Frustrating. That's a foul.
Play the advantage.
Nah, it was too late. He was already stopped.
Yeah, he's gonna get a yellow.
But like the thing is, like we said, we corrected the defensive problems, right?
Yeah.
But then we're trying to play higher pressure, and we committed the same mistakes that we made last year.
Yeah.
We got stretched out, and we got wide open on the back. So it's not that we have fixed anything. It's just that we decided to play a deep block to not give spaces behind, but we couldn't do anything in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amy. For next minutes after a goal, they're very important. There you go.
Yeah, a big
So it's the third yellow card to Seattle, I believe. Vargas now gets one. Roldan had one, and then the man who was called for the
no, it's just two. It's just two. Roldan got the one for Roldan got it for dissent, and then Vargas.
I thought who ended up taking the
Yamar gave away the penalty, but the card went to Roldan.
There's two Roldans. This is confusing.
I'll tell you in a minute which one.
Yeah, no, I see which one. It's Alex.
Okay. And there's a foul. Yeah.
Yeah, Ostrak gets a foul. Gets a foul.
Oh, did you see him try to act like he was going to throw the ball at Ostrak's head? Yep. Now they're fighting about it.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. Cello didn't like it. Cello's like,
no. Gomez, maybe with some Yamar Gomez already called for
it's Polo. It's Nohu. Nohu. He's always fighting all the time.
Oh, it's Nohu. Sorry.
Especially with us.
Well, I mean, and Ostrak didn't even do anything. He just walked away laughing about it.
Yeah. Because Ostrak has that ability. He's not going to go and get a stupid yellow or a stupid red off that.
Well, I'll say this, guys. It's been an entertaining match. 36 minutes in, or into the 37th minute now. Been entertaining.
Yeah, definitely not boring game. It's not
definitely not.
It's not the Vancouver game.
No, or not the first half we saw last weekend.
Yeah.
True.
There's a good turnover.
Oh yeah, Akil Watts.
No.
Lay off the ball, man. Akil, he can't do it all.
Akil Watts trying to be Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, he's trying to be Rodri there.
He was playing football.
Yeah.
If we're playing American football, that is 3 points.
So Ryan Fraley says, I'd be fine with Olaf being sacked, but Hack or another manager would have to work with these players. Interesting.
I still think that Hack should be the current head coach. He was a great
oh
head coach.
My goodness.
Oh, Baumgartel. Oof.
Too close.
That face of Ben, he's scared. He's nervous.
Well, that's not good. We don't need a nervous keeper.
It's like my defensive side is not performing very well right now.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm cooked. That's that face.
Near post, saved, second chance, over.
Let's go.
All right, we'll take it. Yeah.
You guys are ahead of me by a lot.
Sorry.
No, you're good. No. I found out that we scored on the pen.
Oh.
Hartel was still doing his 60.
For real, hit the forward button. Mine sometimes like gets a hole, and it's just like if you're here a little bit, it goes like 10 seconds ahead if you're behind it.
Yeah, Baumgartel not having his best game.
I'm at
Gave away the
38.04. Where are you guys at?
38.06.
Okay, he's
0-10.
about to take the goal kick.
Yeah. So, thoughts on Baumgartel so far tonight? He gave away the spot kick.
Oh, and another one slipping.
Oh,
Oh.
Ostrak.
Okay.
No.
Get back.
I mean, this turf is just maybe horrible. Oh, it hit him in the face. Oh my goodness.
Well, we got bailed out by a bad pass. He chose the wrong pass in that transition. He had a player on the right wide
that
open.
Was hilarious. I think that was Rothrock that got absolutely smashed in the face
smoked.
off a deflection. That was hilarious.
He got smoked.
Ben Lutz is no longer the only player on the field.
If you look at the turf, Charlie, the Seattle, none of them are slipping.
None
of them are sliding. So because they know where they play.
Yeah.
So
if you
it's
guys,
something
like
between us.
Oh geez. Rothrock again over the bar. If you take Round's advice and if Baumgartel comes out at half, who are you guys putting in? Nilsson?
I mean, it's him or Vincel, and I don't think you're pulling him for either of them.
No,
Yeah,
I mean
that's
let's not get that into
Fair.
his not having a terrible game. I mean,
No, he's not.
It's not very clean right now, but he's not like he's down performing and
little rough around the edges, but
yeah, I mean, I can see the foul. He does that because legit he didn't do it against Boanga.
It's
he
a human
didn't
thing.
overcommit
It's
to
a
close
human
that
thing.
gap. So he overcompensated what he didn't do last game.
Yep.
And then last
Ostrak
touch,
couldn't get Vargas. De La Vega. Ostrak, good play. De La Vega still with it.
Save.
Yeah.
Right into the hands of Benjamin Lund.
Aaron asks, would we make changes at the half?
Celio
Thoughts?
Pompeu.
All right, but for who?
Zonde Silva. You twitch both the sides. You go Akil out, Zonde in.
Yellow for toy shirt.
And now that toy shirt is a yellow, you maybe put Pompeu in for toy shirt.
I would not do any at half if the way that we're playing, I don't think
Sure.
a half would be the change.
The question was, if you are to make any subs looking ahead, I think that would be more of a 75th minute type thing or a 60th minute sub that I look at that.
I mean, a 55, 60 when like you see the next 10 minutes of starting second half, how you
the
look.
momentum's going.
Well,
because obviously Seattle starting second half is going to start pressuring again the first 10 minutes, so you're going to see what that come with, and then but I think the first one, if we need a goal or if we need to fall asleep on.
Oh jeez.
It's on. He's on.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yellow.
Follow him. Is that gonna be yellow?
Has to be. That's got to be.
Gosh.
Very
Now
late.
you could put Pompeu in for Volume 2.
But that's very late there. But I would say the one that you said, change Watts for Zande or Celio. Let's see if Ostrak doesn't say, "Hey, I'm tired at the 45 minutes."
I was just about to ask you guys that because I don't know. Yeah. Maybe he's got 60 in him instead of 45 this time. But
you go Nilsson or Vincel here, Ryan.
It'd have to be Nilsson. You're not bringing in Michael Vincel. Vincel hasn't played any minutes in the MLS this year.
Vincel would not be our first center back.
No. Or if you're talking about people who could like physically able, you could also go Zelensky, but you're gonna go Nilsson.
But I don't even think that's what you do. I mean, who else is going to play center back? You're not putting Yarrow in the middle.
Horn could do it, but not the best shape.
Hebert could go from his wingback position almost to back there.
No, I would not put Hebert as a last center back.
No.
Fair.
Nice set piece.
Good play by Klaus on the outside. Good block by Watts. It's out.
Here comes the transition.
Here we go. Keel Watts.
Play the ball.
Yellow.
It's going to be a yellow. That has to be a yellow.
So many yellow cards this match. Rothrock gets card. He's into the book.
If he just looks up and crosses that, switches the field, long ball the other side, you're in. That was, it's one of those moments.
he has to know when he receives the ball that there's someone running on the left. Like
And
the
it's
only thing that he
Rothrock. He's
does is
not
just
like
receive the ball
Rothrock's
and starts
fast.
walking, or
Paul
starts
is
running
fast.
with the pace down.
Paul Rothrock is a very fast player.
If
And now
you
it's
receive the ball, you touch it, you switch it. That's what you should have done.
Well, that's what did so well on the goal last week. I mean, it was all just quick touches. So
now
there's
here comes Rothrock again. After getting the yellow in front.
Oh my God, he lost it in his feet. Oh,
what was that?
Luck. That was called luck.
Okay, we could easily be down 2-1 right there.
Yeah, it should be 2-1 right now. Musovski maybe with a play that I would make on the ball, not a professional soccer player. That is hilarious.
Yeah, we're getting stretched too much. We badly need that half now to kind of reset, recalibrate, and get ourselves organized. Because right now we're just getting pulled everywhere.
My guess is about 4 minutes of extra time because you had that short VAR deliberation for the arm pull on the penalty.
Yeah, I mean there's 2 PKs, so at least PKs. 4. Yeah,
4 or 5 makes sense. Rothrock again. This one too.
Oh no! Ooh.
Gosh. Okay. Jeez.
Still,
they're getting around.
Watch his stop number 1.
Yeah.
Like now.
Again, like it's just Akil. I had him on
Keeler gets beat because he has a 2v1 situation, and Watts doesn't close that run.
Watts was one of my players that I had the least amount of confidence in. It was him and it was Josh Yarrow. Were the 2 players I had the least confidence in. Josh Yarrow is proving me wrong. Josh Yarrow is playing a good game so far.
In that moment, Watts has has the decision. Do you take the man or do you take the space? He took space, and the man made the run to the opposite side on the overlap, and that's what killed us almost there.
Yeah.
Wrong decision.
Again, before that, if you look at the first 20 minutes, does it mean another yellow here? No. But I mean, in the first 20 minutes, you're looking at
maybe.
Yeah. The first 20 minutes you're pushing on each side, the right and the left, to the flag very well. They're not letting them get inside. You're not letting them get around you. But the last 20 minutes, they've just been walking right past.
6 minutes.
Yep. Hartel to Vollum. This one, Ostrak.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a really interesting first half. I think we've shown some really good moments. Seattle probably really unfortunate and unlucky to not have a lead, but can we do something here in stoppage time? Why is Watts the target of that ball?
Again, like why is Akil playing as the 9?
We are going to play that system. Why don't you
why isn't Klaus doing that? That's Klaus is the 9 on this team, not Akil Watts.
All right, hold on. We have 2 6s, Akil Watts and Tomas Ostrak. Of those 2, just in that role, who is supposed to be the more offensive one? I thought it was Ostrak. Am I crazy?
Ostrak. Ostrak is much better offensively.
Then what? Why are we? Oh, now we're stretched again because Watts is all the way up the field,
and he's
not sprinting.
Look, Klaus comes back faster than.
Oh,
look at Klaus. He comes back faster than Watts. Like for real, just Watts is the first up.
Well, we got to figure out this midfield. Seattle has figured something out since right around the time of the penalty, and our midfield has gone missing.
Never thought I'd say it, but we need Alfredo Morales.
I think Alfredo and Ostrak will be like a great combination.
Oh yeah, a defensive 6 and an offensive 6.
They're both.
Akil Watts thinks he's a 9.
Ostrak,
what is Paul doing?
He knows how to play as a 6. Like clearly, he's doing the 6 job right now, right?
Yeah.
So with both of them, you have that facility of both can take off, like they can take turns. And Morales, with knowing that he has another one that can sit back, he could distribute balls too because he has good feet to distribute balls. He has proven that.
Yep.
Okay, so possession, we're pretty close. 54 and 46, not terrible. But they have 10 shots. We have 3.
Yeah, that's rough. Expected goals is Seattle at 138. City at 091.
Well, you got to take
not a crazy difference.
no, you got to but that's just overall XG.
Yeah, open play is 0.49 for Seattle, 0.12 for City.
I mean, we haven't done anything on all in open play. That's foul.
And Klaus's foul by Vega again.
No,
he thought about clicking that one.
And that's got to be a yellow. That's got to be a yellow on De La Vega for delay. You've got to and they're not going to give it. Like, of all the yellows you're going to give, that's the one you don't. I don't know.
We need the City refs over here.
That's got to be a yellow, but fine.
What?
But it was a good play from Klaus, though. At least awareness, showing his awareness there to just take that foul, step into that, and let the body to just give us some a minute.
Yeah.
I just am still baffled by Akil Watts making that run forward again.
He made it twice.
It's like every time we get forward, he's flying forward.
And then
he's drifting. He's drifting to midfield right now.
Are gassed.
Look what Akil's doing right now. Akil is central. You have look Rothrock unmarked on the left side. Rothrock is alone.
Yeah, there's nobody on the back post.
And where's Akil? In the middle. Akil needs to be on that right side, man.
There goes Klaus.
We need this game to be done for this half.
Yeah, we need adjustments. Yeah, I don't know what
I don't
to
understand
say.
the positioning because Watts is going too far out.
He is. He's going too far up. He's going too far central. On those plays, like about back there, he needs to be back post covering Paul Rothrock.
He should. I mean, at this moment, he should be covering Ostrich back.
Yeah,
in the middle.
And then again, Rothrock is unmarked. If they have a good cross to the back post, it's just a goal.
I mean, that should be Heber on the right, but
Heber's having to play central.
But he's
So,
you know what's happening? No, I know what's happening. Giannis Horn's going up to play it where Valum should be to playing it, and then the whole back line have to shift towards Horn 1, so then you have an unmarked man because you're having two guys play on that right side with Horn and Valum, when Valum should be the wing back defending. Corner for Rusnak.
Oh my God, get that out.
Oh, Hartel didn't get it. Pressure. Oh my goodness. You're letting a center back almost score a header on
that should be about it, unless he adds on for the corner delay, but that should probably be about the end of the first half.
Look at that picture. 3 on the back.
Yeah.
No one to mark.
Yeah, looks like that's it.
All right.
So we're at the half, or no? What are they? They have it. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. You guys can do the halftime. I'm gonna go. I'm really hungry. I'm gonna go make some ramen or something. I'll be back. Okay.
All right. So I mean, we can see it, Charlie. We can talk half. So 1-1 at the break. City and Seattle both get penalties converted in the first half as we kind of reset here at the break. The total shots, Oscar, 11-3 in favor of Seattle. Possession, 55%, 45% for Seattle as well. Your overall thoughts on the first 45?
I mean, we started slow, obviously. Seattle would bring the pressure in, so they did the first 5-7 minutes. We settled down a little bit, and then we actually put pressure on them. I think that was good. That was a good look of City being consistent on not conceding on the back at the beginning with the pressure, and then finding the way to settle down in the game and actually attacking. We did great there, but I think it didn't last too long. We found ourselves in 15-20 minute mark where the pressure start or the energy start going low, and found a PK on the 29th. We go ahead, and I think it's like a reset button for City every time we score a goal. we don't we don't we don't continue doing what we were doing, and then just gave up a easy PK. The next, it was 4 minutes after we score. Um, and then from there, it was just Seattle. So from the 33rd minute to the end of the half was all Seattle. I would wonder how much possession had Seattle on those last 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean that field really tilted. There's no doubt on that. And it actually the shot count went up from the last time I had looked. It was 14-3 in the first half. You really look. The thing that jumps out to me, Charlie had mentioned it just before the break, but it was, yeah, we have a goal, but it was a penalty. So our XG for the night from open play right now, 0.12.
Yeah.
We just have not created anything from open play. Seattle's is 0.87. So theirs isn't great. But I mean, if you go back, like there was at least once, I think it was Musovski got the ball stuck in his feet. I mean, it could easily be 2-1, maybe 3-1 with some of the quality chances that, or half chances even Seattle had.
Yeah. I mean that misplayed from Timo could be in the back of the net. There was no way Lund would have saved that one. And then that whiffed from Wysocki that could have just I mean, it seemed like it was like a half tap in.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if he went and tried to hit it so hard, like I think he would have gone just with the inside part of his foot, placing one on the sides. Nobody's stopping that. But thankfully, we still just won one.
Yeah, we've seen a couple saves from Ben Lunt. We haven't really tested Fry at all on the opposite side. Anybody stick out as a really good player for City in the first half? Maybe Hartle, but I mean, he's the guy that got the penalty kick goal. But anybody really jump out at you as a guy that you thought was great in the first 45?
I like Horn until like the last 5 or 10. I think he started getting too sidetracked on one way to go pressure and opening another side and forcing Wallen to go too deep. But his offensive play, being a center back or the three of the center backs, I think it was great that Horn is performing well on the offensive side. But let's bring some balance and into it where he needs to bring that defensive side where be more organized. But I think he was the biggest one, and then obviously Hartel. I like seeing him free. And the issue that we had in the last 15 minutes is like everybody went back and started defending. So everybody's doing what we do not like to do. Toicher was defending, and Hartel was defending. Even like Klaus, like I'm seeing a replay right here. Like he's way too deep. Like just too many people in our area in our box.
Yeah, and I agree. I think it's almost so. If you go back to last year and even under Carnell, there was a lot of conversation and talk about how we didn't know how to adjust. Something doesn't go our way, we fold. Right? We don't have that mental toughness. And I almost wonder after that goal goes in for Seattle from the penalty spot. Is it a mentality thing with the club, or is that still something that we're battling because we went into a shell after that?
Yeah, I think in my opinion, it's a lack of a leader.
Yeah.
You get those moments where like, hey, they're difficult moments, but you need someone to pick you up, and we don't see anybody on our team where they go and start picking them up or cheering them up or like, hey, you made a mistake, it's okay, like let's go, like keep going.
Yeah.
We see that when something bad happens, it just heads down. We saw it on the PKs. There's a lot of frustration. They score a goal. There's a lot of frustration, but there's nobody who's like, hey, just reset. Let's go. We were doing good. Because until that moment, we were doing just fine.
Yeah. And you're 100% right. And I don't know if that's, Hartle's got the armband, but it doesn't necessarily have to be him. I almost wonder. So I don't know if you've watched a lot of the the content on YouTube. City's got this Between the Lines series
I
that
did.
they're doing.
I watched them today. Actually, I watched them every single one today on a roll.
And it makes me wonder. I know we talk about Berkey a lot, but in that series so far, Henry Kessler sticks out as a guy who is that. And I wonder how big of a miss is he right now in a moment like that.
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree. That stick out to me a little bit. That he's the one that kind of like goes and talks. There was one specific game he went and said like, "Hey, we need to start focus. We need to win the first ball and the second ball." So like commands, like it's strictly commands that he was saying, and then he said like, "Hey, and also if there is a dead ball, we gotta come alive because they play quick." Like
Yeah.
those things, and they're happening right now. The other one that I would say that impressed me in those episodes was Jaro. Jaro
Yeah.
directed a uh, pep talk before a game, and that was legit good. It
Mm-hmm.
was really good. So people, if you're watching and you haven't watched those insights, it's a lot of interesting things in there. So
Yeah.
it was very, very good to see it. But Jaro was good. I liked it. What I don't see is like coach perspective. I don't know if they don't show the good pep talks because he did not inspire me whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm with you. I will say that a lot of the content in that series featuring Olaf and the way he talks and the way he coaches and the way he talks about adjustments, it's not the most inspiring, but maybe
Mm-mm.
that's just what they're showing. I will, yeah, Yaro's been impressive in that series. It makes me curious about the selection of captain though. Like, and not to get crazy into the discussion because I know half will be over soon, but is Hartle the right guy to take the armband? I know we don't have Leuven right now, but is that a conversation we need to be having?
I mean, I don't think Lewin is a quality captain either. So
That's
I
fair.
just I normally you see captains that they're like very temperamental, like
Mm-hmm.
they're hotheads or they're very loud, things like that. Or you get like the classic, I'm the best of your team, and that's why like let's
Yeah.
say for example in Colombia, like the national team in Colombia, like James Rodriguez is the captain because he's James Rodriguez, but
Mm-hmm.
he's also a freaking hothead. Like
Yeah.
he complains about every play. He goes to the referee. He goes and goes and goes. We don't have a player like that. Hartel, I haven't seen him talking to the referee once.
No.
Lewin, I don't see him talking to the referee. Yes, Berkey, when he's on the field, he is and he gets loud. But the problem of having a goalkeeper captain is like he's not gonna go and complain about a
Mm-hmm.
play in the other side of the field.
Right. Yeah. And Amy Merck calls out Kessler as maybe the guy who should be having the armband. Real quick, just going to look across the league at some scores just as we kind of look at the half. Some games gone final already. Atlanta and Nashville played to a 1-1 draw. New England Revolution beat Toronto 2-0. Philadelphia with a 2-1 win over Montreal. Columbus gets
With
4.
a goal from Bassett.
Yep, with Indiana, Vasilov getting a goal. Speaking of former St. Louis City players who scored, Aziel Jackson gets a goal for Columbus. They double up Charlotte 4-2. Jose Kojima scores the winner as DC United beats Colorado 2-1. Inter Miami beats New York Red Bull 4-1. Other winners tonight: Minnesota with a win over Austin 3-0. Get a goalless game between Chicago and Orlando. San Diego FC, our next league opponent, which hangs
Hey,
5 on
you
Dallas.
missed that Marcanic score goal for Minnesota.
Oh, did he? Okay, so
Yeah.
Anthony Marcanic. I did not know that he got that goal. Good call. Vancouver with a win, and then the other games that are going on right now besides ours, San Jose with a 3-1 lead over Portland at halftime, and LAFC beating Houston 1-0 at the break in that one, and of course 1-1 out in Seattle between City and the Sounders. So looking forward to the second half. Any subs you think coming out of the break, or do you think we wait until 55, 60, 65 minutes to kind of go to the bench?
I mean, I would think he's gonna hold it, but he needs to adjust. Like he needs to like figure out what Watts and Ostrak combination is doing, because I think they're too far apart. If he's not gonna fix that on the pieces he has in the field, then I would bring something else. I'll bring either Sunday or Celio and adjust a little bit on that end.
Yeah. I think right now I don't think I'm making any player adjustments. I think it's tactics. It's trying to have that more defensive. I don't want to say go and play a defensive style, but I think we've got to have that structure back, especially in the midfield. I still don't quite understand Watts being that playmaking six running up the field. I
Yeah,
don't get that, but
he just seems like he's literally playing a right forward wing. Like it's not even a right wing. It's not even a
Mhm.
right defensive wing. It's like he's a forward on the right. Like he's trying to make those fill that gap, and like that's not your main priority. If you're supposed to be next to Ostrak and help him.
Mhm.
So I mean, let's adjust that. Like it doesn't have to take Watts out. He's not
Yep.
horribly performing. It's just like, hey, let's adjust where your mentality is a little bit. Help him out a little bit more. I think he started the first 5-10 minutes when we were under pressure. He was more closing that gap,
Mhm.
and then he just like took that freedom. So let's just
Yeah.
rail him back, right?
Yep. I want to see that. I also want to see us clean up in our transition game. Feels a lot like we've really just not been good at transitioning the ball consistently. We seem to lose it a lot. And I don't know if that's because of the spacing partially with Ostrak and Watts. We've had some good transition moments, but not enough. A lot of comments in the chat, by the way, as we look ahead after this game. We know the next home match is Union Omaha in the U.S. Open Cup competition. We've talked about a lot on the pod on Mondays. And, Oscar, I know you want us to take that extremely seriously. There's a comment there from Ryan. Don't overlook Union Omaha. There were comments earlier in the night saying that if we play like this, we're going to be in trouble against Omaha. Any thoughts on that as we gear up for the second half in Seattle?
I mean, it's gonna depend a lot of the result today. I think if we get a positive result, it might kind of like have a mix for Omaha.
I'm
But
back.
if we definitely had a negative result today, then they must go and play everything. But
Yep.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna overlook Omaha. I don't think they are. I mean, they have to know that they have zero uh error frame. Like they don't have a
Mhm.
gap that you have to win that game and continue in the Open Cup.
Yeah, no, without a doubt, they've got. I know Lutz. So here's the thing: I know Lutz was on KMOX earlier in the week
Charlie,
saying that
you said you were gonna eat some ramen noodles, so someone said you had to put some cheese on it.
he doesn't look enthused, but he does have the ramen noodles. It looks like.
All right, now that Charlie's back, I'm gonna make a run,
All right.
refill my cups,
No, Oh, that's not good.
Oh.
and then Charlie, don't fall down.
Hold on. Give me a second. I'll
Charlie's-
say this.
Go ahead.
If you just use the seasoning packet on ramen, that's really a sad thing. It's pretty sad. That's kind of sad if you just use the seasoning packet. I go cayenne pepper. I go paprika. I'll go a little bit of Old Bay.
Okay. You're a little braver than me. I'm not a cayenne. I'm not a heat guy. I don't do spicy.
I'm a
It
heat
tears up
guy,
my
yeah.
stomach. Now you can keep it. All yours, my friend. All yours. So we're underway in the second half, kicking off now. City going right to left on your TV screens at home, and Seattle gets possession out of the break as we're underway in the Pacific Northwest again. Ball goes forward into the box. Looks like it's going to trickle out for our goal kick. So it will be interesting to see if City can do more from open play, Charlie. Oscar and I talking a lot about the just heavy statistical advantage the Sounders had at the break, 14-3 in shots. We've got just 0.12 XG from open play. A lot of comments in the chat. Looks like we've got homemade chicken salad with onions and Aaron, that sounds fantastic. I'm starving. I have not yet eaten dinner. That will be a late
Dude, I
night
got
thing
it. Go
for
go
me.
go get a snack or
Oh,
something. I'll hold down the fort.
no, it's good. I've got stuff to reheat later. We're good.
Awesome.
I'm hanging out and talking footy with my friends. But that chicken salad sounds pretty good, Aaron. A little bit jealous over here, not gonna lie. Brian Schmetzer on the bench. He didn't make the trip to Seattle when the Sounders came to town. He was sick, so I don't know that is a huge issue or a huge advantage. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I mean, that game against Seattle and St. Louis didn't feature a lot of exciting open play goal. I think the only goal from that was the Leuven free kick, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
That banger of a free kick. Doesn't look like we see any subs. I don't see any big changes personnel wise coming out of the break. As I look at commentary and things, I don't see any subs. So it looks like we're unchanged at the break for both sides.
Yeah.
And Seattle on the front foot to start the second half. I will say this: it's interesting. If I look at this formation, even when we're defending now, it almost looks like Akil is playing as a right wing. Toyshirt's been in the middle and Klaus out on the right hand side a lot. So I don't know if that's just. I don't know if that's just their pressing formation or if it's something that Olaf is trying to do. It's a little confusing to me because it definitely puts more on Ostrak. And I don't know that. Well, I think Ostrak's got some skills. I just having your defensive-minded center midfielder go out of position. It does. No. That's what I question. Doesn't make sense to me. And I don't know, maybe we'll get an answer, an explanation from Olaf on that.
Hopefully,
a little bit later.
Do you have the link? Could you send me the link for the postgame?
Yeah, I can forward that to you.
Cool.
Looking to see. There was a question in the chat about Union Omaha if they played today. I will get that information for you today. It does look like Union Omaha had a match today. If I look at their fixtures, it appears they played Forward Madison today and played to a 0-0 draw against Forward Madison. So
boring.
Scoreless draw. So that'll be who we have coming up in midweek at Energizer Park.
Yeah, I heard you guys were hungry. Crumble cookie.
Hey,
never been there. Never been.
Crumble's got good stuff. You said dulce de leche. Is that what you said, Oscar?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I just had some caramel ice cream the other day.
Nice.
Aaron,
Aaron,
if we drop the press conference link in the chat, we're both gonna get our credentials on. We're not doing that.
No, I don't think I can do that. Unfortunately, I kind of like being in the room where it happens, as they say. Seattle, the dangerous news.
I don't even get the link. So
here we go, and there's Akil taking it forward out of the box again, but he's on an island by himself and does nothing but throws it forward.
But look at the frustration of Klaus. Like he's already fed up with that.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like we were talking about captains, I would happily give the captain our band to Klaus.
Oh yeah.
If he fixes that frustration, negative impulse.
That's fair. That's fair.
Can y'all hear me eating? If not, I'll mute.
No, you're okay. Cool. I'm sitting here staring, trying to figure out exactly what we're doing with this formation because I know it looks like we're playing 3 behind the strikers with Toyshirt in the middle. But there's Ostrak on an island, has to one touch it out to Hebert. Yarrow. Yeah. Baumgartel. And now 2 Horn. So it looks like
Hartel is
so it looks like
he switched back when he's trying to get the ball, he gets deep.
Yeah. He's playing alongside Ostrak and Vollum. I don't know where Vollum is at. He's been a little bit all over. He's been high up the pitch now on the left-hand side, right in front of Horn, it looks like. So they're definitely playing a more aggressive style as they go back into the box. Ooh, dangerous ball in, but no one can get on the end of it. It's going to go out for a deep throw for City. And we're going to have to play out of the back. Yeah, MG, 100%. Yeah, that's been a theme. Way too often.
That's he wasn't that deep. So like he has come in a situations when he needs to get the ball. Like I'm okay with that when he comes and gets the ball and creates a 2-3 short passes, then he releases and goes up.
Yeah.
But in that moment, there was full pressure, and Wallem and Ostrak, and they're all far away from the ball,
Mhm.
and he's the only one around it. So that doesn't help.
No. And now here comes the press from Seattle with Volum out in the.
Around.
Yeah, this is dangerous here. Yep. High recovery for
And a
the
foul
Sounders
from
and a
Timo.
foul.
No,
Yeah.
they don't call it.
Wow.
I mean,
Thank
that was a foul, but
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
I'll take the no call there, but yeah, I mean that's an effective high press from Seattle. They're good at the press. The Sounders are.
Yeah.
I told you, first 5 to 10 minutes, they were gonna come hard to press.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna. And there's another foul, and they're gonna get a free kick. Yeah, it just they're gonna
quick
try to
cut.
get us to make a mistake early. And MG again, yeah, you're right. Our passing and accuracy is just sad. Yeah, we've struggled with that. It seems like since this team really was created. I mean, we've never really seemed to be a team that knows how to really break down its side once they're in a low block.
Yeah, no, we have no exit when we're under pressure and we're that far deep. That AMG is my man Mello. Shout out to you, Mello. Thanks for joining.
Solid overlap by Conrad, but Volum can't get it to him, and we're back on the defending side again. Yarrow could turn around and step up. He's got Baumgartel there. Oh,
There we go. Baumgartel.
there we go. Yeah.
No. Step up.
My wife
There
is
we go.
just laughing at me right now over here.
Yeah, I don't know. That was interesting because that was one where we have everybody marked 1-1. Baumgartel, see right here, Baumgartel's marking that man. Yarrow could have challenged that play right there a little bit sooner. I felt like. I mean, granted, we get out of it and there's no harm there, but it really felt like that's just a play where
Yeah,
where
I
Yarrow
think he did
could've-
okay.
No, I mean I'm not mad at it, but it's just one of those like even better if situations because it's like you've got Baumgartel covering the runner, so you've got 1v1 almost there. But maybe he
Yeah,
loses the 1v1.
but you don't want to step. You don't want to step because he's coming on speed.
That's true.
You gotta match his speed, backing up, and then once
Yeah.
like you get him closer to you, then you like kind of like what Jaro did, just like kind of like close his gap. But in that 1-on-1, you don't want to really commit to winning the ball. It's more like to force him to do another play.
And there's a keel to do nothing.
Well, okay, I don't fault.
You gotta put Sunday there. Like he's playing
Yeah.
way up high. Just put Sunday in.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't get that. But again, I'm going to tell you right there, that was, again, Volum creating that play, him holding that ball up just enough to get the pass off that led to the cross. I mean, Volum's having a decent game offensively. That's for sure. Granted, it looks like we finally figured out how to play on turf. I haven't seen a slip in a while.
Yeah. Change cleats.
Sorry. Is that bad? It felt like we were ice skating for a lot of the first half.
Yeah.
Now I shouldn't have said that because now watch something stupid happen and I'm going to be
Like 3 of them, they're gonna slip at the same time.
I'm going to make a
You
jackass
guys
of
drink the
myself.
broth with ramen after?
I mean, you can. It's where a lot of the
I do.
flavor is going to be.
Yeah. It's the best part.
All right, here we go. But again, well, you're 100%. Where bring in Silva. Put him out where Watts is. You're 100% right. I don't understand.
And he's gonna bring more creativity, more speed on the attack, more danger in the attack.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
No.
Pardon me.
Like, look, pass back.
Yeah.
Sunday gets that ball, he probably takes in a 1-on-1 situation.
Yeah. Well, we're not even getting our most dangerous guys close to goal. I mean, now Hartle again dropping back 45, 50 yards behind out of goal. And now here comes a long switch in
Bad
over
pass.
the top to. That wasn't bad. Not a bad pass, but a terrible first touch. Luckily, we're
No,
still
I
on the
mean,
ball
I
here.
think I'm a little ahead of you. Bad pass
Oh.
from Watts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The touch, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I
the
don't know.
perfect amount of spice, or I'm just talking about ramen now, but I
Yeah.
think the perfect amount of spice on ramen is when you kind of feel a little bit of numbness in your lips, but like it's still enjoyable. I think
Yeah.
that's the perfect amount right there.
Like, I don't know. Am I being like are we being too fair on or too harsh on Watts in this game, you think, so far? Or do you think
No.
we've been neither?
I think he's not being used in the way that he needs to be used.
No, he needs to be used as a right midfielder or like a right back.
I just
Yeah.
think he needs to be either like the right back or just sit on a 6.
Or
But
sit on the
he's-
bench.
Well,
No, I mean if
Oh,
he's
damn.
fit, like have him on the
Well-
6, but what is the point of having him making those runs? Nice shot from
that's a good
Country.
It
shot.
was.
Um,
Don't get me
But
wrong, Akil Watts is
you
a
have
good
better
soccer player.
players. You have
Akil
better
Watts-
players on the right wing, so why would you insist to having him out there?
Akil Watts is a good soccer player. He's much better than I will ever be because I don't play soccer. He's much better than everyone in this call combined times 2 because he is at the place where he is right now. He's getting paid to it's his job to play soccer. So I think when I talk about this, I'm a guy that played when I was 5 years old. So and then stopped when I was 6. So I can't really talk too much on his play, but I can tell you that he's not a guy who you want up high. He's a guy who you want down and as a transitional piece. But as a transitional piece, he just doesn't pass forward enough. That's fixable. It's not like a personal vendetta against him. It's just the play style needs to change a bit.
So here's the thought. And as I've been watching play here unfold as we try to build down the wing again. Here comes Toy Shirt.
Why is he jogging?
No idea.
Here we go. And Watts into
Transition
0 people.
Transition
What are
right
we
now.
doing?
You're
So-
talking about transition right now, and he's jogging when he has the space 10
Yeah.
yards in front of him.
And
that
then he went in and passed it to Cat. He passed it to the MLS champion.
And we get an injury.
Ostrock.
He passed it to
Ostrock's
City
down.
SC's only. He passed it to City SC's MLS Cup, the invisible
Oh.
one.
Ostrock's down. So here's the thing.
Hey, shocking! We get an injury.
Yeah.
Shocker!
So,
Like, is it a muscle
well,
one? Hear me out.
Yeah, he's holding his leg. So he came out. So Ostrock again, 45 minutes last time. We pushed him to almost 60, and now he's hurt potentially. Thought though. So here's what I was wondering. As I've thought about this, we've seen all season long, every time Hebert plays right wing back, that side is always more defensive. So
Yeah.
what I think he's doing, and I think the question is, why is it Watts? But I think tactically it makes sense to try to push somebody up into that space so that you can be balanced offensively. So I think tactically I understand it. I just don't understand the personnel choice.
Yeah. Also, Akil Watts holding his calf, getting worked on. Hopefully, just a cramp. He may
Like,
come
just
out. He may
sub him
stay.
out.
And we'll see.
Well, you can't sub out both of your center midfielders.
Well, he was. I mean, Watts was not center mid. So
He's holding his hamstring. I think Ostrock's done.
It'll be
Yep,
Mackay
here
Joyner.
comes Mackay Joyner.
Yes. Yes.
he's giving a lot of trust on Joyner.
Yes. I love Mackay
Yeah.
Joyner. Yes.
All right.
Let's
So,
go.
all right. Well, all right. So on the bench, it was Betcher, Joyner, Leuven. Leuven's not coming in.
Leuven's not coming in.
So Pompeu, Silva,
I like
or
a Joyner
Betcher
sub.
are your right. I mean, but I'm just
Okay,
saying, what other options?
Charlie, I know you love Joyner,
Big Joyner
but in a
guy.
game like this, if he's
He can
gonna go
score.
on the right side, Joyner's not gonna go in the center mid. If you're gonna go on the right side, I put a player with experience. Like, sorry,
I'd
but
put a player that can
at
score.
this point, I like Sunday would have been my guy to go in.
I wish Sunday could go in also. I wish it was not an or. I wish it was an and, right? Because you need to score a goal. I don't want to be complacent with
Well,
a draw here. Score
So
a
at
goal.
this point, I'm wondering, and what I think we're going to see potentially is I think we're going to see Watts now have to drop back and hold where Ostrock was, and we'll see Joyner go forward into that run or into that role as that third offensive runner. That's what I'm hoping to see. Yeah.
I mean, I like Joyner as a player, but at this situational time, I don't think he was.
We'll
the right
see if he
call.
makes a mistake. Let's just watch.
Well,
I
Oh
just
my
got
gosh,
cooked.
what are we doing,
we just
Akil?
got cooked there.
Oh, that's bad.
Akilwatts.
Vargas. And there was a deflection to it, so I can't fault. You can't fault Lunt too much on it. But
this should not. He shouldn't be in that space.
I want to see that
Oscar,
replay.
you shift Akil to the midfield. Why not make a double sub right there and put in a better, put in Morales instead of Watts? Because Watts cannot play the midfield. You look at the first time they play, Watts gives up an easy. Look at Akil Watts, number 20 right here. Where does he go? He overcommits, and then it's a give and go around him and Yarrow.
But and then the shot deflected off of whose leg is that? Is that Baumgartel's leg? Yeah.
But again, you're letting two people go in. If it's a give and go, either Josh Yarrow or Akil Watts has to make the play there. I guarantee you, Alfredo Morales is making a better play than Akil Watts in that situation.
And now here comes another shot, and that one's over. Yeah, Seattle's going to go for the kill now.
And I go to this. So look at the bench. There's not another 6.
No.
Alfredo Morales.
No, Morales.
He's out. He's subbed. He's out for the red card suspension. So no, we don't have another. Oh my gosh,
he is.
Yeah, we don't have another sub. That's why.
Hey, where's Miggy Paris?
That's what I don't know.
Get Mateo Kidd up here or something.
Trust in the people you have, but you're building your squad. You're building your squad awfully. You do not have a 6 replacement because you're not going to put Lowen in, right? Because and your doctors and your freaking numbers of medical staff telling you that Lowen can only play 10 minutes. Then you don't have a 6, and then now you put Joyner in a position to defend with no experience. I'm not digging on Joyner, but there was a huge gap in that right side because they just freaking made a mess of us on the right side.
Yeah, this right side is getting absolutely just killed right now. There's so much transition coming down that side. The sad thing too, you're talking about Watts. There's been a lot of conversation like that 6th position is his better position than right wing back lately, and tonight's not a good example of that. But is some of it down to tactics or is it down to him? Because we've talked before a lot on Top Corner Talk on those Monday night shows where it's not just the players, but it's how they're being used.
Correct. You're putting players in difficult situations because you're not giving them the best positioning for them to use their skills.
No, and what doesn't make sense is there's a nice little back heel pass, but oh god, that's a bad giveaway. Thank God we cut that out almost. Jesus Christ. Ugly right now. Ugly.
And they have momentum, they have pressure. We're not connecting 3 passes together.
Well, the spacing is bad. Like, if there's a time for you to drop a little bit and have your midfielders come back and get, like, good positioning to give you outlets, it's now. Yeah. And they're not. They're playing so high that we're having to stretch the field just to try to break pressure, and it's not working. We're just giving it right back.
And you need to score a goal, right? You need to score a goal. Put in Silva and or Pompeo.
It needs to start with just getting on the ball a little bit. I mean, we have been dominating.
If you need a goal with 30 minutes left, I guarantee he's going to wait until the 80th to sub in Pompeo or Silva.
And now there's Joyner having to defend again. He gets back.
Because Hebert is overcommitted.
Wow.
And then Hebert fouls him. They're going to get basically a corner here. It might be a yellow. Yep. Now Nuhu is going to get a good opportunity here.
Looks like
Nilsson getting ready to come on. Joachim Nilsson.
Baumgartel coming out.
Jorgen Nilsson. You remember that, Jeremy?
What?
Jorgen Nilsson.
Oh God.
They had Joachim Nilsson on the sheet. It didn't say Joachim, it said Jorgen.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
A couple games back when you and Jeremy are in the press box.
It was the Seattle game.
It was the Seattle
against-
game.
It was
we
the
got
Seattle
Jorgen
game.
coming in. Let's go,
That's
Jorgen.
that's the only game I've been on press row for. Because I
Let's go, Jorgen.
Jeez, no.
All right. Oh, it's off of Kielwatt's face.
So
Off of the head of Klaus and off of the nose of Akil Watson. He's bent over in pain.
Yeah.
just get down. It's a face injury. Just stay down.
Stay down.
Get the stoppage. The only problem is, who do you bring in?
No, I mean, he just can be down.
Anyone. Put in the ravioli guy.
Ravioli guy.
If he's bringing Nelson, what's the purpose of that? We're down.
It's a nothing burger of a sub. Again, he's gonna sub. Get mark my words. I said it earlier. I'm gonna say it now. He's not gonna sub in Pompeu or Silva until the 80th minute, if he even does.
Yeah.
Oh my lord!
Oh my goodness!
What a pass! Again. What a pass! Relying on Baumgartel in the middle.
And again, Watts just got beat.
This looks sadly just like the first half last week. We can't get a foothold in this game right now.
It's embarrassing. You talk about your team wanting to make the playoffs this year, and you're playing like this against Seattle.
Well, it's just like, how do you go from a first half where you were at times dangerous to this? Like this goal or not, this is just bad.
I just go back to see, like, if you're building your team, like the way that you're building your team, because
bad clear.
That could have been a fucking. Pardon me. That could have been a pen right there. That could have been a penalty.
So if you build your team and you know that Ostrike's gonna give you 45 or 50 the most,
so why start him then?
No, I mean, it's fine to start him.
Yeah,
but then who in your bench is gonna take care of that?
Oh, here comes Leuven for the final 20,
and with a new haircut.
Yeah, he shaved his head. So Betcher, Leuven, and Nilsson all coming into this game.
This is my first time seeing Leuven with this haircut. I'm surprised.
Well, no, I hadn't seen him, but I know they talked about it on Flyover that Edu had shaved his head.
I heard they shaved his beard, so they tricked us.
So Betcher comes in for Klaus.
Yeah.
I did not see who else. Thoughts on Klaus tonight? Kind of invisible. Didn't really do a whole lot. I think it was fine. I think it was
no one set him up.
He was stretching him out.
He didn't have the chance at all.
Yeah, I think he was stretching him out, but if you don't give him the ball,
Yarrow off, Nilsson on.
Oh God, I don't like that.
Who?
Yarrow off, Nilsson on.
Okay. There's no speed on the bag anymore.
Yeah, I don't like that. You have a walking hamstring injury playing right center back with no pace.
Well, let's not jinx him. Let's hope he stays healthy now. Because he's a good player.
Yeah. So, I mean, Betcher, he's going to go out and run. It'll be interesting to see what Edu looks like. Yeah, we have nothing.
Toy shirt came out for Leuven.
Leuven for what?
Aye. That's a handball in
so
many things.
Yeah. On Pedro de la Vega. I think it was on the handball, but he's offside anyway. But all right, so hold the phone. So then what are we doing?
I'm holding it.
We have a goal, or we have a game in which we need a goal. We don't have a whole lot of pace. You're taking off Toy shirt for a Leuven. So is it a formation change?
Why are you putting in Pompeu or Silva? Why?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He's trying to give company to Watts because there was not a legit company.
Right. He should be on the field. He shouldn't be on the pitch.
Well, but you don't have options on the bench, so you
have Silva, and you have Pompeu for Watts.
No, but then you don't have a 6. Like, you don't have a legit 6.
So Leuven
doesn't recover a ball.
So is it okay? All right. So it looks like Volum is shifted up to a more advanced role, maybe, but it looks like it's at least Joyner on the right and
They're
Betcher
gonna
Joyner's-
call a PK. They're gonna call a PK on that handball.
on Nilsson. Yep, they did.
Yeah. They're calling VAR to stop the play. Oh yeah, that's a hand.
Oh
Straight
yeah,
up
that's a
out.
hand. That's a hand. Oh, that's just That's a hand. Does he get sent off for that? His arm is clearly outstretched.
No, because if it's a PK, it will be a double.
Double jeopardy.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's a pin.
that's definitely a handball. That. Why is he taking so long? I don't know, because it's the proximity of the shot, but it's wide open.
Proximity or not, his arm is outstretched. That you can't. There. I mean, on the basis of play, though, like this is probably. I mean, if they convert this, we said at halftime Seattle should have been up at least 2-1. So is the scoreline actually going to ultimately reflect what it should be? But I don't know why this is taking.
It should be like 5-1 right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why is he taking so long?
All right. Thanks for tuning in, Daniel. Have a good night, man.
How's it going, man?
They're like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
That's valid. Hey, it's not at school now. I'm staying up as late as I need to.
Yeah.
I saw you were drinking milk, though.
Come on! I don't like milk. I'm lactose intolerant. Okay, kinda. Milk gives me stomach problems.
So what
you
are they
had
looking
something
at?
that it was like milk or chocolate milk.
Where? When? Oh, that was coffee.
Okay.
I wanted to stay
I'll
up.
take it back. Sorry, guys. I'll take it back.
So what are they called? What are they looking at? There's
Are
something
they saying
funky.
it's natural position? What is-
No,
There's
No,
no
I
funny
think,
natural
I think
position.
they're saying the proximity. Like, if he
Yeah, I
has
walked down the
enough
street
time
like
to
this.
react.
I always walk down the street like this.
Oh, wait. I know why they're looking.
offside.
They're looking if he hits the sleeve, it's technically not a handball because the handball starts down on the sleeve. So they're trying to
they're
figure
saying
out
does
if
it hit
actually
here?
It's close.
Yeah.
Like if it hits the sleeve on the hand, then let's see.
Well, here we
Here we
go.
go.
Okay.
No handball.
Wow.
Ow! I have no clue. I love it.
It's definitely that rule because it's this part, like if it hits right here underneath it.
So I'm gonna get an XXXXXL, and then my sleeve's gonna be down to my fingers, and then it's not a handball.
So I don't think it's that. I think it's the shoulder. They're saying to hit more of the shoulder.
No, Jeremy. So there's some image. There's some like straight from the rule of the referees, the EFAB. Then there is a picture where there is a green dot, like it's a green dot. It just goes up to here. It's basically down your shoulder trap, basically. So like if it hits that part, it's still not considered a handball.
Okay.
And then starts from here down. So basically, anything from half of your bicep going down, it's a handball.
Yeah.
So I think that's legit what they were looking at, and it hit the sleeve. So
Okay.
lucky. We had the same situation with one of the games against Kansas City last year. I think it was one of the playoff games where they hit. We all thought
Silva's
it
gonna
was
come
a
on,
handball.
guys. Silva's ready to come on.
A little too late, but okay. Let's see what.
I mean, is it too
let's
late?
see what he can bring.
Hey, I said 80th minute, didn't I? It's about 5 minutes away.
He's coming out for
No.
I
thought the same
He's off
thing.
for
but-
Hebert. He's off
I
for
was about to
Hebert.
say, what?
It was like,
Hebert.
Yeah.
Hebert.
Huh?
like you're
What
getting
about 6 minutes?
it's like, way to go, Lowen.
Hey, good game by Hebert. I'll say that. He did not make any big mistakes. A good game by Hebert.
All right. So
I don't think in general the D was that bad. I think we just had too many gaps in the middle.
no.
Oh yeah, undoubtedly.
All right. Zonde on.
Let's score one, Zonde. How about that?
Well, but
They're
he's
like
going to play.
They're like
But
he's
he's
playing
gonna be-
center back. He's playing right wing.
Well, but is Joyner in front of him though? Because that's what I was trying to figure out.
He's
Yes.
right in the middle right now.
He's playing right mid.
Uh-oh.
Or he's just playing midfield.
No, Sanders right in the middle.
Oh, I was looking at
Yeah.
Watts. Oh, good play by
Yeah,
Betcher.
surprisingly, Watts is gonna play the 90 minutes.
That's
And with
outrageous.
Golly.
And Hartel passes it to nobody.
well, he was trying to get it to Leuven.
And he did not, yeah. Here's Seattle coming through. Silva playing the ball. Not a foul. Could have been a foul. Not called. Possession. Just Seattle dominating. Again, a man's through. He's on side. Cross in. Good play by
Okay,
Nilsson.
vamos, Sander.
And out by Vollum. And here comes Silva. Oh, good play. Silva still with it.
Oh, you see he was aggravated there because
Yeah.
his runner ran right in front of him.
Say go. Here's
it back.
Vollum.
Vollum
Vollum
ran
on the
right
left
in front
side.
of him.
Ah. He's already frustrated.
I don't blame him. Vollum was nothing.
Uh.
What is Conrad Vollum doing?
Yeah, that
He's
was a
still
nice little.
already frustrated.
Oh, and
my
now here
Lord.
comes Seattle odd man rush.
It was a really nice
Rusnak.
play by Silva. I'll give him
And-
that.
Oh, it's gonna be a corner.
Silva looked good there. If
He
we
looked
can-
amazing there. Better than anyone in the open play so far. Or maybe
Yeah.
Vollum.
Just wish
earlier
that
in the
they
game.
wouldn't have overlapped and run into each other because that.
I
killed
just
his
wish that they would have
momentum.
maybe put him in earlier.
No. All right, what we got? 12 and change to go here. Any hope in this one? You guys think?
No.
I will be really
Plain and simple.
curious when the stats come out on this game, just for looking at the second half, because the possession numbers in the second half can't be pretty. We've had one shot in
What
this
we
half.
have right now. I mean,
A 0.03 XG in this half.
On the one shot from I don't even remember who shot it. Was it Hartle? Klaus.
44% possession for City. Same as first half right now so far.
That can't be right. That seems way high.
SofaScore and
Ball.
FotMob saying that.
Oh, well, here we go.
Here's Silva.
Oh,
It was
they
off
called
his
it
head,
back.
not his hand. That was off
They
his
called
head,
it
not his
back.
hand. That's off his head.
it looked like a hand, but Olaf's gonna get a yellow.
Is Olaf getting
For
a
good
yellow?
reason. That was off his head.
All right, a
I
yellow
don't
to the
know.
bearded
I saw it like a handball, but
Is yellow for dissent or looking too much like Adam Sandler with a beard?
Yes.
Time will never tell.
hey.
What? I'm sorry. He dresses like Adam Sandler. What am I supposed to say?
I mean, I wish I could do that.
I mean, I do too. Uh-oh. They
Good
got
save.
beat. Good save, Ben. Nilsson got outpaced because, you
Sure,
know.
it's not that your screen may be ahead. It's that there's usually a little bit of a delay in the stream. So what we're saying right now, maybe a little bit, maybe like 5 seconds behind. You'll see it before it actually happens.
Uh-oh.
Betcher on that back
Yeah.
line.
I mean,
Known right back, 7 Betcher.
I just don't know what the plan for this is right now. It's frustrating because you go from the first half where we said Seattle was unlucky to not be ahead, but this half we've just maybe it's more of what Seattle did versus us. I don't know. What do you think? Is it self-inflicted problems or is it
Self.
Yeah.
100%. They only allowed Seattle offense to be good because their defense has been so bad, and the midfield has been so bad.
Well, and that's where the problem has been all season. And this is what I thought the game was going to be. Yep, Aaron, I'll be in the supporter section on Wednesday night.
will I.
Yes, sir. Yep, I will be down there in the North End on Monday. On Wednesday. That will be a lot of fun. See, I'm hoping that they do like a half and half scarf or something for that game, just to add to the collection.
Do you have to pay for those, or are they free?
Oh, you have to pay for them. The scarves are all depends on the game. Normally,
I'm unemployed, so I'm broke.
Yeah, no, they're normally, I don't know. I think between $30 and $40 normally,
Yeah,
depending on. Yeah, they're not cheap.
I'll pass.
No, I hear you. And goal. Oh, Musovsky, nice feed into the box, 3-1.
Hey
That's
guys, so
probably
after the game, we're gonna have the post game. I'm gonna stream my screen for the post game thing. So Oscar, you can stay in here if you want. Jeremy, I think it'll be odd if we're both in here plus both in the Zoom. So
sure.
I think you'll just be in the Zoom for that one. But
Okay.
we'll have the post game here also. I'll share the Zoom feed. You think I'm allowed to do that? Am I allowed to share the Zoom feed?
I don't know. I know they stream it live in the, well, actually, no, they don't for away games. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay, then I won't stream it. I'll just have my we'll just be talking.
Yeah.
And then I'll ask the
I
questions
would
maybe.
just do that for sake.
And I'll ask the questions and you'll hear me ask the questions.
Just a nice fin. Nuhu, nice cross in a dangerous spot.
And Nilsson is nowhere to be seen.
Maybe fortunate. Nilsson got on the wrong side. Yeah,
It's a horrible game.
Read the cross.
So sloppy, very sloppy.
He played the man, not the ball.
Super sloppy game.
And now Seattle can sit back. They got the dagger. 8+ stoppage to go.
I'm gonna start looking at my phone.
Joyner loses it. Throw in deep in the Seattle end.
I mean, Wednesday Open Cup's could be ugly.
Yeah, it's
could be very ugly.
Yeah, this is definitely one where you really question different parts of the game plan, substitutions included. I think, or even
where's
just
Celio?
Well, squad. I think it's even more squad selection. I mean, you knew you were thin. Look, and I don't care. Like, here's the thing. I forget how old he is, but Miguel Perez, you brought him up in the first at halftime, I think it was, Oscar, or even in the first half. Where and why? It doesn't matter if you're playing midweek. He should be able to run. Here comes former City man John Bell, by the way.
I'm surprised no, he wasn't playing. He was
striker first sub, striker first center back. So they're bunkered. They're gonna say, come test us and see if you can score twice in 10 minutes.
The answer is no, you cannot.
Let's see if we get one.
I mean, we only score one goal every 100 minutes.
Yeah, but I mean, where's the depth in the midfield? I mean, I'm happy to see Leuven back out there for 20 minutes, but he's not at full fitness.
Also, just real quick, the defense apparently was one of the best in the league. What happened? What happened? You have a shutout. You have a clean sheet against Vancouver, and then what? You give up 3 to Seattle?
Again, I will tell you millions of times, and I will die on this one. Vancouver went to St. Louis to not play. They did not care about that game. We did not do good. That game was as boring as can be because Vancouver wanted to.
So, but also is the question, is some of it also luck? Like tonight, the first half, Musovsky, gets the ball caught in his feet. Yeah, he gets the ball caught in his feet. Should have been a goal. So I don't know. I don't know what's happened to this defense. Olaf said midweek, the squad's unbalanced. We have options in the front. We have options in the back. Well, neither have worked tonight. None of it. None of the depth that you had. If Morris, Ferreira, Areola, I don't even want to think about that.
I mean, it normally plays different ways. So if those 3 play, maybe we sit more back. We don't give more spaces. Maybe we don't concede as much, but we still lose. There's a possibility, but when you play teams like this, where you do not know that much about their forwards because they're not the starting lineup, then you get more relaxed or try to say like, hey, we're gonna play a little bit more forward, and then give the spaces when that happens. So
how is that not a foul?
He's calling it the other way,
and they call the foul on Betcher.
Also, the question from Daniel here: 10-1.
I don't know if I go that far.
I'm hyperbolizing, of course, but
they could probably, playing the way we've played
drop
tonight
6
in the second half, 5 or 6. I don't know.
So we are on 8 goals that we have scored and 11 that we have received. It's still a low number. We receive a goal every game, basically.
This is
But
not a playoff team.
the way that this turns out is that if you get score in each game, you know you're not gonna win the games because we're not scoring every game.
Yeah.
So it's not a winning. It's not a winning team. It's not a winning. It's not how Lute said, "Hey, we might be decent and we might win some games." No, we're not winning some games.
So I'm just going to play devil's advocate for the sake of this, though. A full team healthy with your first team. How much can this get better?
Draw.
I mean, I would say a lot, but can we still win games? I don't know. Like the playing will be better. The way that we can be competitive the 90 minutes and not just 30 minutes will be better. But I don't think it's overwhelming me saying, "Oh, we are just gonna demolish teams," because we're not gonna do that.
Why? Play that back to Betcher. Just head that to Betcher.
To answer Aaron's question, like it's already been answered. This team was fully healthy. Of course, Reed. I don't know if Reed comes back and he's an everyday starter. Leuven is halfway back. Kessler's gonna be back in probably a couple weeks. Bergey's gonna be back, and the goalkeeping hasn't been the issue. It is a systematic failure almost every day.
So, how much of this, though? And I hate to say this because I know Lutz has said it a few times that he's still figuring things out. He being Olaf, like, when does that get old? When does that stop being a fact?
Probably he's played 20 games if you count preseason.
Sure, but how many with his full complement of players in the full roster he's supposed to?
Also, I'll say this: no team the reason it's a hypothetical is because there's no team that's fully healthy all the time.
I like Silva. Guys.
Yeah, he looks good so far.
And it's a horrible pass by Vollum.
You know who went missing in the second half is Marcel Hartl. Not his fault, probably.
He have to sit back.
They'll set out an Amber Alert. Yeah. Lutz said 10 matches.
Yeah, he did. Lutz on KMOX 2 weeks ago said it takes 10 games to figure it out.
So this is the 11th. What's happening? Is this the 11th we're going to get?
When we start doing this, I said, give me 5 games to figure out how we play. And I know on the 5th game, I said, give me a couple more because we're very inconsistent. We had 2 games where we were like, LA Galaxy was like something weird. Oh,
what a goal. Oh my God, he missed it. Oh my God, he put it over. That was, oh my sweet mother. That was a great build-up.
They're toying with us. Like, seriously. What a play.
My God. I'm embarrassed. Oh,
that's they should have scored 6 goals today.
So look at that image. Like, Horn is yelling at Hartel because he's not following the runner. I'm sorry, you're yelling at Hartel for not following the runner? You're yelling at your most talented offensive player because he's forced to be back there. This is just a system problem.
So is it time to tell Olaf? So here's the problem, and this is what I'm afraid of. If we sit there and say, hey, let's change the system, we don't seem to be good enough defensively to do it. Like, we can't break out of the 3-back system. So is it a matter of we don't have the players to play Olaf's system?
No, I think our system should be a 4-3-3, but Olaf is too stubborn to do that. And like right now we're playing a 4 whatever right now at this moment. We have 4 in the back. But just this last 10 minutes, just scratch him out of everything because it's just like we got demolished. We don't know what we're doing. We're lost momentum. We lost any type of willing to score goals, and here's another one.
Oh, Jesus.
So yeah, I mean, this is a last call for Olive, I would say. If something bad happens on Wednesday, he needs to go. That's it. And I will really enforcing this. It's not on Joyner. It's not on Joyner that this went down, but everything happened when he made that stop. Because you unbalance a game where you put a kid trying to solve problems. He gets caught up middleman's net, right? Like he's just he doesn't know what to do. He's trying his best, but he doesn't know where he needs to be. He's not a defender. Adjust your formation. If you needed to bring Nielsen and Benzel to set up a better defensive side, bring him in. But do not put a 17-year-old, right? Is 17, I believe, to cover right side when they were already destroying what?
I don't have words right now. This is God, honest to God, I think I feel worse about this performance than I did when Liverpool beat the crap out of United and hung 7 on them.
Oh, I feel great on that one.
Shut up. Nobody cares.
Come on, Jordan, score one.
Is it time? No. Maybe. No. Oh, nope. But okay.
Also, so you talked about, is it the players we don't have the players to play Olaf ball? Is it a player issue?
No.
What even
Olaf ball didn't. No. Olaf ball doesn't work. Listen.
What is it?
Olaf ball. Hear me out. Olaf ball is 14th in the league. Was when IF Brompakajorma, however you say it, in Sweden in the Allsvenskan in 2023. It's also being 10th out of 16 teams in 2024. Okay, like what is it? It's being a mediocre team.
Way to
consistently.
Go, Joyner.
That was good from Joyner there.
Come on. Yeah, it's still in. Come on.
Is it being a mediocre team and being in the bottom 6 of the standings every time?
Shoot it.
Zande. Moon City is going crazy.
So it's definitely a system problem. We've mentioned it in our podcast. It's just you come in with a mentality of a system. You do not adjust of the players you have. You do not adjust what the squad you have available because you keep playing the same way even with the injuries. You keep building your team wrong. It's not your players. Your players are doing what they're being told to do. I'm assuming you tell what did the coach told you? Where do you need it to be? And I'm sure he's gonna say, well, he told me to be on the right and try to explode the space in the back. Because I'm guarantee you that that's what he's gonna say.
Why? What was the reasoning behind the signing of Olaf Melberg in the offseason?
I have no idea.
He has not a good track record as a coach.
I have no idea.
He hasn't been a top 5 coach
Young
ever.
So the what we got from Diego and Lutz was that Olaf Melberg had a track record of developing young players, that he had a track record of maximizing potential within the squad, and getting most out of his play and overperforming his expectations based on the team that he had.
I prefer 3 points.
And that he had a plan B and was not afraid to try plan B, C, or D, unlike Carnell.
I haven't
Those
seen
were the
plan
main
C
reasons.
or D.
Well, I mean, changing formations is is plan B, I guess. Changing tactics is plan B, I guess. But you might as well give it an F because none of the damn stuff he does works. Not consistently anyway.
No.
And Oscar, I will agree. If we don't score at minimum 3 goals on Wednesday, I don't care if we win. It won't be a good enough performance.
No.
I'm sorry. This is like this team needs serious work. And there's and MG, we let Carnell go for bad results. You know what? We've got an arguably better team, much more talented team, supposedly.
You're getting
what are we
worse
doing?
results.
The worst part is that I mean, Wednesday's not gonna be easy, even if you play with your full squad, with the attitude that you're seeing right now on the field. The way that they're gonna go to train, probably tomorrow, Monday. It's not gonna be easy. Like there's no confidence. They're getting destroyed on the field.
That's putting it kindly at this point.
My freaking Lord.
Off the post. Another save.
You're getting Ben Lund no chance. You're leaving him out to dry.
You guys gonna have? We are going to have on Wednesday a team that is shy, is hesitant, is scared of doing stuff. Because you see them right now, like they're just zero confidence. They're just jogging the field. They don't know how to close them down. They don't know how to stop. They don't know how to get the ball. It is
where do you go
bad
from here? Where do you go from here?
Probably down.
Well, thank God there's no relegation, gentlemen.
USL.
I mean, we're still no worse than KC, but we'll see tomorrow.
Finally. That's a mercy whistle for City. That's mercy for City.
Yeah, so if KC beats LA tomorrow, there's a big chance they'll pass us probably.
Well,
so bad.
Honestly, the table, I don't even care what the table says. I would almost say they're better. I mean, they've already beaten us once, so
by a lot.
By a lot. Well, so final score in this game, boys, 4-1 in favor of Seattle. We got a goal from the spot. Anything else worth taking from this game?
No.
So I believe it's the first time we score in Seattle.
It is. It is.
From a PK, so we're still not really playing.
This can be a long press conference.
I think everything was like a little makeup game where you pretend to do something that you were not to in the first 30. Or between the 10-minute mark and the 30-minute mark. You were solid. You tried to play soccer, tried to attack. You created opportunities. You were put in some dangerous plays. You were getting some concerns for the Seattle Sounders on the back, forcing them to stay a little bit back. The moment we got the ball, the moment we got the goal on the PK, it was a brand new game. It just like it seems like instead of for us to be a good thing to score a goal, it was the worst thing in the world because we just sit back, we stay, we let them play, we let them come at us and destroy us. And now, I mean, this is an ugly finish. It's just like it's hard to see where you come from a LA LAFC game where we almost won that game, not deserved, but we almost won that game, and we were putting them under pressure to come to a second half like this, where did I mean did I think Frey had dinner, had a couple shots, had a conversation on the sideline, and then came back to goal. I mean, nothing was happening because I didn't see Frey whatsoever on the second half.
He wasn't tested at all. Here's my thing, gentlemen. I could take a loss. I could take a tough loss on the chin if I saw any kind of progress, a sign of something. We're getting better. We're doing this right. We're doing that better than we did a week ago. We just seem to be moving. What?
They regressed.
Yeah, we're going backwards, and I don't know how it gets better from here. I don't know what because here's the thing. I don't care if you got Ronaldo in this team. I don't care if you've got Messi in this team. I don't care if you've got Victor Osimhen or name the player from around the world in this team. I have no confidence that they're going to work in this system because you know what? Honestly, I'm struggling to see what it is other than 3 defenders and 2 wingbacks. We're not doing anything well anywhere on the pitch. Our strikers
last win for City was March 15th.
Yeah, and that was that the Seattle game where we got a free kick goal? Probably. Yeah. What have we done since then? This team has gone backwards. We don't score. I don't care. Injuries, you can hide behind injuries all you want. You've still got quality at MLS level players for the most part there. Is your bench thin? Yes. But there is no reason to go on the road and hang an effort where you get outshot 29-7. 29-7 in that game. 16-4 in the second half, and I'm sure most of those second half opportunities were your garbage time after the game was put to bed shots. And your expected goals on target for the game, 1.4, but you got to take 7-9 away from that. So 0.25 is what you generated. I don't care if it's on the road. If this team is supposed to be as good as they say they are on paper, that Lutz says every freaking week on KMOX, this team is the best roster we've had. What the hell is going on when you put on a show like that? Somebody please tell me what the hell I just spent an hour and a half watching. I love you guys. I'd be watching this team anyway, but you two are and the people in the chat is what made this somewhat enjoyable at all, because this team is garbage right now.
If I was rich, I'd punch my monitor right now.
I wouldn't go that far, but I'm pissed. I'm not happy. And honest to God, I don't even know if I don't even know if a convincing effort and a convincing win against Omaha is enough to get me back on Team Olaf, because I'm close with. Go ahead.
I will say this is a message for every fan in City. When they lose, when they play like this, when they tie, even if they win, they do not perform. Enough with the clapping. Enough. Enough is enough. This team does not deserve a clap. I'm sorry. I'm a supporter. Yes. And I'll go and cheer because I'll be on Wednesday and I'll cheer you for 90 plus minutes. And I'll lose my voice at the end of the day because I'll do that. And I don't care. And I'll still be there. And the next day and the next day. But you perform like this, enough with the clapping. Enough. Leave the stands when they're coming around, or just don't even move. Don't do any sounds. Don't do anything. No more of your, oh yeah, you try. No more of that. No more. We deserve respect. We have a great fan base. This is an amazing fan base. Make ourselves be respected. This is ridiculous.
Jeremy, check the comments.
Which oh yeah. Sorry. Let me shoot that your way. Throw your email in the private thing, Charlie, and I'll send it your way now. I am I guess, guys, the question I have, and like, what does it take against whether it's Omaha or somebody else? What does it take at this point to make this make this any kind of or to make this tenable, to make Olaf feel like you feel like Olaf should stay in this job? What do we have to do against Omaha?
I mean,
16 to
Omaha is
0.
not the solution. I don't think Omaha is the solution. I think Omaha is, you have to win no matter what, and you have to, like I always said, like you have to wipe the floors with Omaha, and all respects to Omaha and Omaha fans and everything. Like, but you really have to destroy them, and that's not enough. Like you have to take that and then beat San Diego, and then take that and beat Kansas City. If you go to the game at Kansas City, even if you won 2 games in a row, if you lose Kansas City game, all of you need to get out of here. You lose both games against Kansas City in this season, and you need to get out.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I hear you, and I just don't know what it's going to take. I'm going to be curious to hear what Lutz says tomorrow on his interview on KMOX. He better let them have it. Charlie, that email should be coming your way. But I'm, a loss, a 2-1 loss, I wouldn't be feeling this way. If it was a respectable performance, I would not be feeling this way. But somebody threw it in the chat earlier. Like this is embarrassing. Like there's no way around it. And I'm going to tell you, Charlie, you said this is going to be a long presser. It won't be. Olaf is going to get mercy tonight because they run them out of the stadium so they can travel back. So no, he'll get saved by the fact that they're traveling. So, and I hate to say that, but no, it's time for accountability. And Oscar, your point earlier, spot on. And I'm gonna jump over to that press conference, gentlemen. It's been fun hanging with you all. We got to do these watch alongs again. To everybody in the chat, thank you. You all rock. We'll see what we do from here, gentlemen. But I'm gonna jump over to that press conference, and I'll catch you guys later.
Yep.
I'm gonna do the same in just a matter of minutes. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
I mean,
See what happens.
It just, and if you think like there's people like spending money, spending time, spending all this trying to follow this team, because I'm sure there was someone in Seattle that took a trip because it's like, hey, like I want to go to Seattle and I want to watch that game and I actually want to follow the team and put an effort in it, and they go perform this way, and then, I mean, none of us. I mean, we are paying money to watch you people. Like, we're investing time, we're investing money. Even like sometimes our families get like pissed off because we spend so much time on this stuff, and we're following a team that is crap right now. It's crap because it's basically that. So it's very frustrating.
Yep. It'll be a fun one, a heated one. Monday, Top Corner Talk, 9 p.m. Make sure to show up. Okay. And on Wednesday, if you're at the U.S. Open Cup game, me, Jeremy, and Oscar will all be in the supporters section. So if you see us, come up, say hi.
Yep. I may get in the Capos stand on Wednesday. I don't know yet, but I may find a place.
All right. I'm gonna head to the
Just
press
started?
conference now.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Have a good one.
Are we closing or we're staying up?
Yeah,
Or?
I'll tell Mo.
All right. Well, thanks everybody again for joining us, and I mean, have what we can be call it a decent night, I guess, or a whatever night from
Yep.
now on. Just going to bed.
Same here.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good one.
I'll see if Mo closes the chat and all that, but thanks everybody, and we'll see you guys Wednesday.